Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, we finna go up. Get him in here, get him in here. Got my man D.Ware.
Yo, what up, man?
What's up, my brother?
So,
So let
go ahead.
everybody know this is D.Ware. I just got acquainted with him about 4 or 5 hours ago. He seen the clip I did the other day on Manny and Finney. He knows both of them. I believe he's closer or was closer to Finney at the time of this situation that happened. And again, I told him I really ain't got no dog in the fight because I don't I don't really know either one of them. So I just kind of gave my opinion based upon what I was reading in the blogs. I may have listened to like a 30-minute segment or so of Finney. That's kind of where I got my content, seeing he was going at dude's wife or whatever. But come to find out, it's a whole lot more to these dudes. Like, that wasn't the first time they met, first time face to face. The brother D.Ware here, I guess, helped Manny get his channel started. I believe he helped Finney too get his channel started. So,
No, I didn't help Manny get his channel started. His channel
no,
was already started, but I was participating in his channel in
okay,
the
you was
beginning
okay. So you was
when he
like,
first started during COVID.
so you was like going on there like as one of the hosts, or
No, what I would do was when I was in Vegas, visiting Vegas, like I would always go to Vegas, like twice a month at least. Every now and then I would just, he out on the strip live streaming or wherever. I would run into him and I would join his live stream. You know what I mean? Just kicking it with him, basically. It was fun. Walking around, back then he was different. The dude was very entertaining, funny, would do hot dog challenges, just a bunch of funny shit going around, interviewing people, asking them
this is
crazy
Manny.
questions. This is Manny.
Manny.
I met him during COVID. I mean, I on seeing my wife said, "Oh, you need to check this YouTuber out. He do some crazy shit on. He funny, he entertaining. Wasn't shit on TV, nothing like that. Checking him out. So we was out there all the time. So we just ran up on him and say, what up, blah blah blah, like your show, this and that. He found out I used to play in the NFL, so he kind of used that. He kind of used that whole NFL thing. Oh, I got an NFL player, down with me, or however he wanted to put it. I'm like, do whatever. I'm retired, no big deal. So
So
I knew Manny before I
who'd you
knew,
used to play for?
huh? The Cardinals, and this is back in the '90s. The Cardinals, the Bengals, and Dallas with when Emmett and Dion and everybody was there. I played 1 year with Dallas. I was a
So
backup.
was you like a starter, or you just like a
I
what,
started for the Cardinals, but not the Cowboys. I started one game for the Cowboys. I don't know if you remember Jay Novacek back then.
yeah.
He had hurt his back, so they was bringing in, somebody to kind of fill in for him. But Troy wasn't trusting nobody pretty much, but Novacek. Troy wouldn't throw me the ball. Period.
So you
He
was
didn't trust me.
you was a wide receiver.
I was a tight end.
Oh, you was a
I'm a
tight
lot
end.
skinny. I'm a lot thinner than I right now than I was back
I
then.
mean, we talking 20-some years ago, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Okay, so getting back, so you knew Manning before Finney.
Oh yeah, definitely. I met Finney actually through Manny's channel.
Yeah, because I seen Finney said that he used to, I guess, kind of be in Manning's chat
Yep.
or whatever. And I guess from that, he formulated what he wanted to do.
Right. Well, I can run it down. I'm looking for your I'm looking for the word you was calling Finney, because that's the one I wanted to kind of correct you on. Not correct, but like that ain't him.
Um,
The goop, was it a goober or
yeah, he seemed like he was a goober type of dude.
right. That ain't
Like, like a happy-go-lucky type. I
right.
don't think he was like, I mean, all of us black, we all come from something, but I don't believe he was like street orientated because he couldn't read the field. And his first move, and I'm basing that based on his first move.
Froze up. Whack froze up. Whack gone. Let me look at the chat till he come back. Let me top chat, the live chat. Hey, Whack, let me grab this door real quick. I got some food here. Just give me 1 sec, and I'll be right back.
All right, cool. A man cave, you know what I'm saying? All right. Pelican. So again, this live is about the live I did yesterday on the dude that got unalived in Las Vegas. The Manny dude unalived the Finney dude. So this dude right here, D.Ware, I guess he knows them both. And I guess there was some holes in the story, some things I didn't know. I don't know either one of them. I went off what was circulating on the internet, what I've been hearing. Previous win between these two, and some things happened. So they've been having some type of history. One of the gentlemen, I believe Manning, lives in Vegas, maybe from Vegas. The other gentleman I'm thinking lives in Arizona, was up there. But again, D.Ware, seen the live I did yesterday, is on my channel. I guess I said a few things that he asked some questions about. He wanted to question me. Yeah, I said that based
You
upon,
froze for a minute, Whack. You froze for a minute. Repeat that.
I said the first thing you said you want to address is me calling Finney a goober.
Yeah, it was kind of offensive to me, but
Why'd you take that offensive?
I just took it offensive just because he ain't a goober if you know him. You don't know him, so I could understand you just seeing what you see and what happened with the incident. Yeah, this dude's a goober, he's slipping. I just feel, I went to the family's house that Monday after the Sunday happened. And they look at the internet, they look at all this shit. His son and daughters are in their 20s, so they heavily on the internet. And I can imagine what they're going through right now. And
Who's that? What who's going through?
the family. I can't even imagine what they're going through. So to have to
Are
come
you
online,
whose family you talking
no, I'm
about?
talking about Finney's family. I'm
Yeah,
cool with
but
them.
what about Manny's family?
What he did, I really don't. I don't. I'm not comment on that. I don't have no feelings for that at all.
So
The
you saying you
kids,
have
yes.
no feelings? Wait,
The
hold on, let me
kids.
get it right.
Hold on, what?
You
The
have no
kids,
feelings for
yes.
Manny's family?
The kids, I feel bad for them. Julie, no. I think she was she was in on this. So no, I have no.
Nah. Hold on. So you saying when I said goober, I was kind of insensitive towards yeah, man, I got a nice backyard, y'all. It's a hike. I was kind of insensitive towards Finney's family.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well here go the thing, bro. We can't just talk about the leaves and the branches. We gotta talk about everything.
But and
Okay?
this is why I
Is
gave you a
Finney
call though,
was
Wack,
Finney
because
concerned about his family when he was talking this BS he was talking to Manny? Was Finney thinking about his family when he's in Vegas and he see this dude saying he looking for him because he antagonizing? Was Finney thinking about his family?
Finney wasn't. Let me just tell you probably his mindset. This has been. You got to remember, this has been going on for 2 years. This has been going on for 2 years, back and forth. And I'm gonna say Finney was slipping. He wasn't. You know, some people tried to say, "Hey, be careful, be careful." But Manny's been doing this for 2 years. This ain't Finney's first time
Why
in
you keep
Vegas.
saying Manny's been doing this?
What I'm saying has been okay. Let me give an example. That's what I'm saying. People don't know what's been going on back and forth. Before the incident Sunday, 2 weeks prior to that, Manny walked up on him the same way. Finney had his back turned. They were on Fremont Street. Manny walked up on him the same way. Finney didn't see him. Manny pushed him in the back and took off. Now there's video of them cops got Manny in handcuffs for harassment or whatever. Finney's on the other side talking to the police. Cause the whole thing was, dude, if he does something, you need to file a report. This way, if you get a restraining order against him or something, if you do something to him, now there's a paper trail. Finney
Well,
was
you
never
know
about
why
calling.
Finney didn't want to get a restraining order?
Finney was never about calling the police or doing
Hold
all
on.
that.
I heard him say that.
Huh?
But do you really want to know why Finney didn't want to get a I want to see if you gonna keep it real.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Go ahead.
Finney didn't want to get a restraining order. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in those restraining orders, it also restricts people from social media
Okay.
contacts as well. Now I'm gonna be real.
No, that's
Finney
something I didn't
kept
know. Go
Finney
ahead.
kept going hard at Manny and didn't let off. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's the only way he got viewed. So if he go file a restraining order on Manny, he shoots himself in the foot, and now he can't run his content no more.
Right. I don't disagree with that. So this is what people are telling him. This is what actually I'm telling him. I didn't know what you were saying. I didn't know that, period. So maybe he knew that, maybe he figured that out, whatever. He did
Everybody
file.
know that when the
Okay, hold
restraining
on,
order
no. I
goes,
didn't know that. Hold on, no, Wax. He did file a report. Now I don't know if he was going to try to get a restraining order later or what, but he filed a report. They had a court date. There was a court date before this shit happened, like 2 weeks from 2 weeks from now.
okay,
You
so
see what I'm
what
saying?
did he do? What content did he do? What after that? After that incident, if 2 weeks prior he pushed him in the back and that's it. He Finney must have done or said something between that 2 weeks leading up to this unaliving date to push this dude over the edge.
He been pushing them for 2 years.
Oh
Understand
no,
this.
no, let's not factor that in because he would have unalived him the day he poked him in the back.
I don't think he would have done it there. I see what you're saying.
Done it there.
Why
He
didn't
did
he?
it on the strip.
I know. It was just the Finney had people with him. Like he was with
That didn't
people.
matter. The boy had a
Listen
boat.
to what I'm saying though. We don't know why he didn't do it then. And he could have done it when he pepper sprayed Bubbly, why didn't he do it then? We don't know. Only he knows that
No, I'm
answer.
asking you because you was following the content, right?
Right. I
What
don't. But
content
what I'm
did
saying is,
Finney run in
I
those
don't know
2
what's
weeks?
in Manny's mind. I don't know why
No,
he
what
didn't
I'm
do it there.
asking you, like the content that Finney ran after that, within those 2 weeks leading up to this unaliving date, Finney must have ran some. Did he run it on the wife? Is that the wife content I saw, or what? He must have did or said something.
No, he just kept doing. He just kept up with the same shit he's been doing, talking shit, making fun, exposing, exposing Manny. But it wasn't
Now
just
hold on,
Finney.
now
It
D.
wasn't just Finney that got to Manny. It wasn't just what
They
Finney
say
was
you
saying.
too. The chat is saying D.Ware was
Uh,
right there with Finney talking.
exactly. That's what I was about to say. I was there up until about 3 months ago. I pulled the fuck off. I pulled off of everything because it wasn't going nowhere. It was like, what's the end game? For me, that's me. I can't tell that grown
So
man
you
what to
was the
do.
one giving Finney the content on Manny because you knew Manny.
Nah, the Manny was
Come on,
providing
bro.
the
You had to
content
give me
himself.
some inside. Come on, bro.
Dude, Manny was providing the content himself, talking shit online. You think Manny didn't do shit? I'm gonna tell you
I
some of the
don't
shit
know
he
nothing
did.
about either
But
one
this
of
is
them.
what I'm telling you. So why do I need to provide Finney with content? Like what content? Give me an
Because
example
this
of
is
what
what
content I
happens. This is
provided Finney.
listen. You know, I run the hunter side of the trenches of clubhouse. When people
Um,
leave places that they've been and they know stuff, the first thing they do is they give up that information because they want us to go at them. So I'm thinking when you kind of, for whatever reason, when you left Manny, whatever you was doing with Manny parted your ways, I know you had to tell Finney something, give him
Nah,
some type of.
everybody, see, this is what people don't get, and maybe I need somebody here to back me up on that. It's just me saying this. Everybody left Manny. All Manny, let
When
me
we
just
talking
get this
about
out.
you, D-Ware.
Okay, I left Manny for my own reasons.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. I ain't talking about everybody. I'm saying when you
Okay,
left Manny,
but what I'm
you didn't
saying
give
is,
Finney no information.
here's what I'm saying. It wasn't Finney that just pushed Manny. If I was there with Finney, I would have probably got the bullets first. Trust me on that. He hated me. The shit I was doing to him. But he had it coming. He
So
lucky
I'm
I didn't put
asking you,
he
man to
lucky I didn't
man.
put my hands on him.
I'm
So
asking, I'm asking you, man to man. Did you ever give Finney any information as firepower to antagonize Manny?
if you want to say, as far as showing him how to run StreamYard,
No, no,
saying
not
what,
that.
nah, no, like I didn't know Manny's address. We weren't that close.
No,
I
I
didn't
ain't talking
know
about
any.
the address. I'm
I'm just
saying
saying
you
I didn't
man
know
knew
any of
something
that type of
personal.
information to give him. Put it that
You
way.
made a new one of his legs is shorter than the other. I
No, that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. I wasn't that close with Manny, is what I'm saying. I knew him. We wasn't best friends. I rode in his car a few times. We hung out. I was on the streams, this and that. We were not like,
I mean, once you ride in his car, that's close. You know what?
right. He gave me a ride back to the hotel. That's not, he don't know, he didn't know where I lived. I didn't know where he lived. When you go to a man's house, I figure you're close. I didn't go to his house. He didn't
Okay,
go to my
so
house.
so 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 did you when you pulled back 3 months ago? Did you tell Finney, "Hey, bro, you need to let this go"?
Oh yeah, we had plenty of conversations like that.
And
But
what did he
here's the
tell you?
let me just finish. I even said it on a live stream when he had about 600 or 700 people watching live. Like, dog, stop doing this. Guess what happens? D.Ware, you a hater. Oh, blah 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 blah. You just jealous because his channel is jumping and you ain't got no channel. Yada yada yada. Every time I would
No, I'm saying what
join
did Finney tell you? We don't care
this,
about what the
no,
trolls say.
what Finney what Finney said, nah, the motherfucker pepper sprayed his wife. Let me just tell you what else
Let's
happened though.
rewind
Besides the
that. Now
pepper
stop.
spray, let me just tell
Stop.
you.
Stop right there.
Go ahead.
Let's rewind. You saying Manny pepper sprayed Finney's wife.
Right,
The same wife that he just unalived.
right.
Now let me tell you why I called him. We're gonna get to the story. Let me tell you another reason why I called him a goober. So how long ago did this happen? This pepper spraying his wife. How long ago?
Halloween, October 23. Let me say something real fast though. Let me just say
Bro,
something real quick and I'm gonna let you
that's
get your
like
thing out.
18 months.
Let me say something real fast. The thing about social media and why I got the fuck off for all that shit, Everybody can say whatever the fuck they want to say and get away with it, period. And it don't have to be truthful, but other people will feed into that shit. So it's like, I'm not going to, you can say whatever you want. I know the man personally.
No, we're going
And
over the events. What I'm saying is
right, we
this.
going over the event, but you
If
saying your opinion. You
no,
are
no,
stating
no,
your
this is
opinion
some facts.
from
And I
what it's
think you're
not
gonna
facts. You're
agree.
not stating facts. You state
I'm
what you
finna say
see
the facts.
because you haven't been with the situation the whole time. Those are not facts.
Okay, no, I'm finna give you some facts.
Give me some facts then.
Off of what you told me and what I saw only.
And I don't mind being educated. I'm not here to like
Yeah, I mean,
battle
bro,
you.
we ain't got no issues.
Right.
You know, you're a brother, I'm a brother. 18 months ago, this dude Manny pepper sprays Finney's wife, right?
Yep.
Okay. They've been going through what they're going through, whatever. Dude, 2 weeks prior to this, pokes Manny poked Finney in the back. Whatever happened, happened, right? This night, the day or two prior to, from what I saw, when he's showing where he's at in Vegas, the Manning dude is showing I pulled up there and you wasn't there. Now we know that he'll pull up on him because he did it when he poked him in the back, and now he's letting them know he's looking for him.
Right.
So my thing is, when they had the phone set up, or however they had it set up, from what it looks to me, correct me if I'm wrong, D.Ware, Finney saw Manning walk by the first time.
Yep.
Then he doubled back. This is the same man who pepper sprayed his wife. So my thing is, upon seeing Manning, and you tell me this dude's 6'4", right? Finney.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it forward progress at Manning to protect his wife? If he would have did what he was supposed to did and rushed the dude, he would have saved his wife's life and probably saved his life. He might would have got a shot or something off, but at 6'4", how tall is Manning? I don't know. How big is this
Probably
man?
like 5'2" at the most.
Manning's 5'2", you gotta do 6'4". Me and you both know, right, that he could have subdued dude. Cause dude get off like 8 shots. He get off 4, 5 in him, and then I guess he turned the barrel on his wife.
You got two more off on
So
her.
this is what I mean by mentally, I don't think he was in the right space of reading this dude. Because
You
he never read that this dude was a threat even after he maced his wife 18 months ago. He should have been wanting a whooping based upon that. So what I'm saying is, once you see this dude walk behind you, instead of saying, "Oh, there he goes right there," it should have been, for one, my wife here. He makes my wife, so I know dude to do something. Two, he been making threats about unaliving me. Three, I'm 6'4", he 5'2", so I'm gonna deal with him close combat to protect my wife. I gotta call him a goober. I don't know him, but with all these elements and these things, brother to brother, I don't think. I think he thought it was a game. I think he was on this YouTube and not taking this dude serious that he was trolling.
and I'm not I'm I, I'm not gonna go against that. I don't. He was slipping. I believe he was slipping. I also believe he was slipping because these type of interactions have happened before without Manny doing anything. Now I can't. I'm
He maced
what
the
you now
lady.
listen. If I'm in your shoes, I don't know Finney personally. I'm gonna say the same shit.
Okay.
After seeing that, what the fuck, nigga, you slipping? Like, come on, really? You gonna do all this and you gonna be in this city? I think everybody was kind of slipping. Like, this guy ain't about that life. He ain't doing that shit. Even I was like, I didn't think he would do it. It surprised me because honestly, I thought he had too much to lose. Not that, like once you do that, he done. You agree with me? He
Okay,
done,
I
right?
agree with you, but listen,
And
what's the term
that's
we always use? Crash out.
right. I'm not a. I'm older. I'm 55. I'm in my. You know what I mean? Me after a certain point, if you don't know the motherfucker, leave him alone, because you don't know what he gonna do,
Yeah,
especially
okay.
if they don't have nothing to lose. I honestly
That's,
thought Manny had something to lose
so
because
were
it's
you the reason why Finney was so comfortable continuing the trolling? Because
oh
you
no,
felt
Finney.
like,
The thing about Finney from day one when he started, and we could probably go back and find the stream. I said this is a bad idea. This ain't gonna end right. You shouldn't do this. Motherfuckers started hating like crazy on me. I said, okay, Finney a grown man. I'm not in Finney's shoes. My wife didn't get pepper sprayed because I would have handled it right there. I was there. Trust me, I was there. I got pepper spray on me from this shit. And I was like, I was teasing him about dog. I would have been whooping his ass. But he did it his way. He was pepper sprayed. He couldn't really do nothing. He would have probably got a punch off because there was so many security and police around there at the time. He was like,
and where
I'll
did
get
this
him
happen?
later.
Where did the
Huh?
pepper spraying happen? Where did this
It
happen?
happened. It happened on Fremont Street, right in front of Binion's
In Las Vegas?
in Las Vegas.
So 18 months ago, Manning pulled up on Finney. Was Finney like telling him, I'm in your city, what you gonna do, all that type of
Oh,
stuff?
none of that was happening. None of that. We was all there. It wasn't. It wasn't. We weren't talking to each other. We were leaving. Everybody was leaving everybody alone. It was no interaction. The interaction came from the wife, sticking up for another streamer.
Wait,
And
wait, wait,
she,
wait, slow down. So
go ahead. I just want to give everybody the backstory.
At the time Manning pepper sprayed Finney's wife 18 months ago, it wasn't no back and forth going between them.
No,
So this is
Finney
when it
had made
started
Finney.
then.
No, there was no back and forth at all. Finney's channel hadn't started then. You understand? It started that night after the pepper spray.
So this event is what kicked Finney off, starting the channel, trolling Manning.
Right.
So tell
Exactly.
us, I want you to tell us why he pepper sprayed his wife. We listening.
Okay, this is why. Bubbly, her name is Tanisha. I'm with them at the time. I rode up to Fremont with them. We were staying at the Bellagio, not the Bellagio, but the Cosmo. So she's drinking. Finney don't drink at all. He don't drink. He don't. He smokes weed, but he don't drink. She's drinking. She a little bubbly. She having fun. You know, she got that liquor in her. We're at a circle. It's called Clyde Circle where he plays music. Everybody, the streamers, everybody hangs around over there. We're right there. And I could see that she's kind of on one. And he's streaming. This is his first time really kind of trying to get into the streaming thing. And he's focused on his streaming. And then he gives the camera to her, and she starts moving around. I said, dude, you want me to look out for her? Because she kind of, she kind of on one. He's like, nah, nah. I'm like, he say, no, I ain't gonna go look after his wife. That look like some shady shit. So,
Yeah.
okay, got you. So she ends up in Manny's face talking about why you got to mess with Sarah. Sarah's another streamer. Uh, let's go back
Who was
to
Sarah to them?
just a streamer.
So she don't really know Sarah. They're not related. They're not from the same city.
They kind of know, everybody knows each other from Manny's page or Manny's
Okay.
streams, because he on one Halloween everybody kind of came out there and got together, met each other, and had fun. So everybody,
So
they ain't
Finney's
friends or
girl,
nothing, but they
Bubbly,
know
what's
each
her
other.
name?
Huh?
Bubbly.
Bubbly.
Bubbly, Finney's girl, Bubbly, the one I was on the live the other night,
Right.
approaches Manny before it was any Manny and Finney
Right.
conflict and says, why you bothering Sarah,
Right.
another streamer that
Streamer.
has nothing to do with her or her husband?
They know each other. Right. I
So
see
what
where you're
did
getting
Finney
at.
say?
They know each other. Bubbly's the type of girl that defends the people that won't defend themselves.
Bubbly the
Now,
type of girl
after
that don't know her place.
however you want to say it,
What did Finney say to
however
his
you want to say it, Finney, after the shit, after she did that, no, listen, no, let me just get to it. Finney told her, don't be doing that shit. Sarah could defend herself. You fucked up, blah blah blah, and
Was this
apologize.
after?
Apologize. Okay, let me just go to what Finney did while the shit's happening. Okay,
There we go.
so Bubbly's in Manny's face, basically like, why you fucking with Sarah? She don't bother nobody. Blah blah blah. Manny pushes. I mean, it's all on tape. Manny basically pushes her camera out of her face, out of his face or whatever. Like, he don't touch her. He touches the camera, and she it stirs her up a little bit more, so she gets more in his face. Now at this time, Manny had security, big guy, a good. I think he's a pretty good security dude. He don't start no shit. He's just there to de-escalate shit. He ain't escalating nothing. Big
Gotcha.
black dude. What he was 6'2", 290, solid. I'm glad Manny had him because it diffused a lot of shit. So anyway, he steps in between Manny and Bubbly. Now understand this. He got it. Ain't nobody like Finney's walking up behind. He ain't tripping because he see big dude is de-escalating the shit. You know what I mean?
He ain't say nothing to his wife?
No, listen, he ain't there yet. He's walking. You can see on film, he's walking up once he sees the commotion. He's walking up because there was another commotion going on behind us. And we was like, what the fuck? When you see black people running, we like, okay, something's happening. Let's get the fuck out of here. So we was focused on that. Then he catches her. There's a commotion. So he's walking up behind her. Manny immediately starts pepper spraying Bubbly. This is the
Where's the
thing.
security guard at?
Right in front of Manny. He's pepper spraying around him. He only did it because his security guard was there to protect him. He waited. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. Security had it handled. And let me tell you else how far he went. After he pepper sprayed her, he started pepper spraying him. His boy behind him, they call him Smelly Draws, started pepper spraying that whole area. Started pepper spraying Bubbly and Finney. And some
So
actually
Manning and his boy Smelly Draws is pepper spraying Bubbly.
exactly.
Yeah, y'all got some weird shit going on. Y'all niggas on some weird
Exactly.
shit. But we
Like,
gonna rock out. We ain't gonna trip. We ain't gonna trip the Smelly Draws and Bubbly and all this. So now, I guess the security get Manning out of there, or what happens?
yeah, he's surprised that Manny's even doing that. Like, what the fuck you doing? So yeah, he turns around, gets Manny out of there. So Julie, while that's happening, while Bubbly's kind of, I don't know if this happened during the pepper spraying or after, before, whatever. It's all on video. Julie comes behind Bubbly and hits her in the head with a witch stick. It was Halloween. She had a stick in her hand, hits her in the head. So Bubbly turns around. She starts going at
Bubbly
Julie.
hits who in the head?
Julie hits Bubbly in the head, Manny's wife, the girl Julie, with a stick.
Manning's wife hits Bubbly. So now Bubbly then got maced by two different people and hit in the head with a stick. Okay.
Right. So after that calms down, Finney had went into Binion's because the pepper spray fucked him up. He was in there. I was trying to get him some milk, but then I went back out and got Bubbly because she was still out there. She was going at motherfuckers. So I got her inside. Everything calmed down. So let me tell you what Manny does. There's a guy named Dan, Yoli and Dan. They're two streamers. This guy Dan is handicapped. He got shot in the head. He's kind of, he's whatever you want to call him. I don't want to talk about him, but he's slow or whatever. He ain't no harm. Manny don't like them. They used to be on his stream and chats too. He comes up and pepper sprays the dude Dan, like walks up right behind him and pepper sprays him right there in the face. Knowing Dan ain't gonna do nothing. That's when Manny got hemmed up by security and slammed up against the wall. And this and that. I'm just trying to paint a picture. This
And
dude
this is
ain't
after
nobody.
it's after he done pepper sprayed
Right,
Bubbly, Finney, Manny's wife then hit Bubbly over the head with the stick, and now he done went somewhere else.
right.
So who is Dan to Finney?
Nobody. Just, hung
Gotcha.
around, He was just an innocent bystander in that situation. I wouldn't say his wife was, because at this time, Dan's wife, it's a whole lot of shit going on. They're fighting. But Julie's whooping Dan's wife's ass at this point. Like, until security got him off. It's all that videos out there.
Also, now Manny's wife then took off on Dan's wife.
Right.
Got you.
So
Dan
these
must
are
have
all
said
people.
something.
These are all people that were involved in Manny's channel that left the channel just because Manny's kind of started acting different. Everybody left because Manny started acting different when he got on top. He was King Dog. I mean, he was the shit as far as that community, the Vegas community and the Arizona mix, whatever. He was that person as far as live streaming in that community.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Who was wrong in that situation?
Bubbly. She said it. She apologized. Everybody admitted that. She shouldn't have went up to him. She should, because everything was peaceful. He wasn't fucking with us. We wasn't fucking with him. You know what I mean? She was wrong in instigating that.
So now I understand because I didn't understand why he unalived the wife. It wasn't like you was getting rid of a witness. You on Las Vegas Boulevard. It's 50 million cameras. Is hundreds of people out there. I did so he already had identified the wife as having an issue. So he probably on, if I'm getting rid of him, I'm gonna get rid of you too.
That surprised me, to be honest. Maybe somebody in the chat, or you can give me your perspective on that. I honestly thought when he started shooting at Finney, he was gonna spare Bubbly. Like, why not just get her out of the way first since she's in your face, and then start at? I don't know. I don't know what Finney was doing back there, and I agree with what you're saying about what he should have done, but I'm not gonna. When I say I agree, because we see what we see. I just don't know what was going on in Finney's head. I don't like. I don't.
You knew what was going on in
I,
Finney's head.
what you
He
tell
was
me?
on some he was on some goober. He was still taking it like a joke. He did not,
Even
although
after
this
Manny
man,
came, you said okay. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, after probably Manny came back around, he's arguing with his wife. He was still taking it lightly. I agree with that because
I seen footage, told Finney when he catch him, he was gonna unalive him. This is
oh
the
yeah,
same man.
but he's been saying that for a while.
But they live in two different states, two different cities, right?
Understand this. This understand this. Hindsight is a motherfucker. Right now, we can all say Finney fucked up. You can say what your opinion. He did. He
No,
was
I'm
slipping.
saying
He
that.
was slipping. No, he was slipping. No, I'm just saying hindsight. But would we say that if Manny just walked up to him, talked shit, and left like he did the last time? What would we be saying that? You see what I'm saying? Would you say that?
Listen, if you prepare, you ain't gotta get already been assaulted by Manning and his wife. Bear sprayed and hit over the head with a witch stick. Now that witch stick thing is bothering me because I don't know what a witch stick is. Is that a broom? Because when I grew up,
Some probably some
witches,
deck. It's probably a broom. You're right. That's probably what it was. She hit him
or
with
is
the
it
other
one of
side
them
of the
things
broom.
that they extend out, like where they can fold up? Because a witch stick to me is a broom because that's the stick a witch rolled on. But I
To,
don't know.
to
Was it one of them metal things that you can flip out? Because was she bleeding? Did he?
nah. It was a costume, part of the costume. You know what I mean? It was
Okay,
Halloween. I
so
wish we could show video on here. It would clean up a lot of shit, but
so
we ain't
my
got time.
question to you is, if your wife been assaulted twice, you've been talking about this man like a dog. You see his emotions is changing. You see he's becoming irrational. He's saying he gonna unalive, and they didn't face to face. See, they didn't have physical contact already. Now you want me to believe that nothing was said within those 2 weeks leading up. I believe, without seeing anything, that Finney was antagonizing Manning, was telling Manning, I'm gonna be in Vegas and on this date, what you gonna do? I haven't seen any footage, but I believe if I go looking or if I tell my team on the Hunter side to go find it, I guarantee you with some footage leading up to this date with this man antagonizing, teasing, and daring this man Manning. I bet it is.
Right.
Now, if
But
that's the
here,
case,
and I'm not arguing with you on that. It went both ways. Manny was doing the same shit. Now we all gonna say, Finney, you slipped because Finney ended up losing his life. That's what we saying. You fucked up because you end up losing your life, and you did. It wasn't worth that. But you're trying to portray as if Manny was just sitting there being bullied, and he wasn't doing anything. He
I
had
never said he was being bullied.
okay. So let me just say the other side. Manny had emailed Bubbly's job to get her fired. He actually started another website to gather for his followers and subscribers. Hey, I want you guys to help me find Bubbly's address, find Finney's address, find where they work. He even was like, call the NFL, see if we can get Derek to lose his pension. That's me. My wife's a nurse. Try to find out where she works. Let's get her fired. Manny was doing some fucked up shit, but people don't talk about that. And that shit, what really triggered Finney to go hard on Manny, honestly, what really triggered him was when he emailed the job. Like, Bubbly had apologized and said, my bad, blah, 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 and didn't even get on stream
See,
anymore.
that's what's crazy. If Finney know he's a Gomer goober type dude, and this dude that maced your woman, this dude is got people emailing the job. Why wouldn't he leave that alone if he knew he wasn't willing to go all the way with this type of? Was it work?
Like,
Do they got children?
let me say this about you using that word goober. See, everybody ain't you, Whack. Everybody ain't built the same. So to you,
Huh?
listen to what I'm saying. You've been through some shit, right? I mean, we know
Hell
about you,
yeah.
right? So to you, he's a goober. To the normal people in his stream and his family and everybody else that ain't been through what you've been through and ain't built like you, he's a good dude. He's a funny dude. He's a family
No,
dude.
no, no,
He
no,
ain't.
no. We ain't gonna do that.
I'm just telling you.
He clicked it on with
What?
this man Manny.
Let me tell you why
He's
he clicked it on. Let me go to that.
he
After
clicked
our
it on because his
okay,
wife is disrespectful. She didn't know her place, bro.
right.
She
He
started it
he already
without that
went through
first
that.
night.
They went through that, Whack. I get that. She made a fucking mistake. She lose her life over a mistake. Is it? Come on,
Ladies, I tell you guys on the hunting side, women gotta know when to be quiet and stay in their place when dealing
Whack.
and
We
stepping in the man
okay,
business.
Whack.
If Benny wasn't the one talking, saying nothing to what made her think, you see, this is why I think he's a goober.
No,
Because even
see,
his woman didn't respect him.
you got your opinion because you seeing it from the
Hold
outside.
on, bro. Let's keep
I'm
you
just
older
saying
than me.
you're
You
saying
older than me
opinions,
by
Whack.
7 years. How old is this dude?
You're
Benny?
saying opinions. That's fine for you to have your opinion.
No,
Everybody on social media got a
D.Ware.
goddamn opinion.
D.Ware. His woman didn't even check in with him to see if that move was cool, bro.
Again, you can't tell me you ain't never made some moves. If you had to come back, you wouldn't change the move. Yeah, she said she fucked up. We all fuck up.
I'm a man. Yeah, that's me.
Right. Okay, women fuck
But
up
my
too.
woman know my woman is not.
Okay, let's get past that. It happens. She fucked up. Let's get
But
past
I'm
that.
saying she's the start of all of this.
Okay, we get that. It's not, but it didn't have to because she started it. That don't mean that had to end that way.
So
It could have went.
this dude let a
So let me
female
ask you this.
start
Let
a
me let
war,
me
and
let
he
me
didn't
ask you
step
this.
up like a man and say, "Hey, Manny, my bad, homie. We ain't going down this route." If he would have did that, I don't think this would have went nowhere ever.
I'm sure if after the incident, let me ask you this honestly. You be honest. Your wife and okay, you're gonna say my wife wouldn't have did this, but let's just say she got into something that she shouldn't have did.
Okay,
And some dude punched her or whatever the fuck. He didn't have to do none of that shit.
whatever.
He could have came to you and been like, "Yo, man, get your wife." You see what I'm saying? But let's just
No,
say
that's
hold on,
always my
Whack.
first move.
He pepper sprays the fuck out of her, and you seeing this shit, knowing that man didn't
No,
have to
my
do that.
first
What?
move
Let
is
me ask you,
always,
what
I'm
do
gonna
you
be
do,
real.
Wack? What are you gonna do?
My first move is to always tell a man, hey, bro, I'm going to absorb her initial verbal disrespect, right? And I always say, yo, with your man or your brother or your dad, who you here with? Because then I'm gonna tell them, hey, bro, can you get your girl or get your people? Now, if at that
Well,
point
no,
in time,
that's what you doing in that instance. You talking about you? This is live. This
yeah,
ain't the
yeah,
next
I
day.
wouldn't have
This
made
ain't the next day you thought about. I'm talking about
no,
right in
I
that
wouldn't no.
instance.
If she would have been after my, it's a female, right? If she ain't pulling out no knife, no gun, or she talking,
She ain't no threat.
I'ma identify what male she's with, whether it's a friend, a brother, whatever. I'm gonna be like, hey, homie, can you get her?
No, let's okay. So you
This is
telling
real.
no? I'm talking about this is your wife, and she's in Bubbly's place. She does something silly, whatever.
So you saying I'm Finny or Manny?
You're Finny. What are you
Okay.
doing in that instance?
Bitch, you done lost your stupid ass, dumb ass mind. The
You
fuck
going at
over
your
here,
wife
what's
like
wrong with
that?
you? Off the rip, I'm
Okay.
violating. I'm gonna tell you why I'm violating. Because you put me in a situation that I didn't make a decision to put me in.
But
You
see,
a
you don't see.
female,
Hold
you
on, I got to
can't do
stop you there.
nothing
I got to stop you there. Let's stop.
straight
Hold
up.
on. I got to stop you there. You don't see what your wife did. All you see, the part you see, is your wife getting pepper sprayed by two motherfuckers. That's
I'm
all you
Flight
see.
Manning.
You doing what?
I'm Flight Manning.
Right. Exactly.
All I see is her getting pepper
Right.
sprayed. I'm Flight Manning. It's
Right.
on.
Okay. So you flight Manny, and now you probably in jail, right? That night.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I'm sure he wanted to fight Manny, but he got pepper sprayed also. So he was kind of.
That's why I say he's a goober.
So hold on.
Every
So,
time it's time
but
for this
listen to what
dude
I'm
that's
saying.
6'4" to
Okay,
step
whack.
up, hold on, bro. He want to put work in on the camera. Whoa. Manny this, Manny this. But when it's face to face in the eye to eye, he eating cheese, tucking his tail. Yo, homeboy, my homeboy, he's a buster. Straight up.
Okay,
I don't
so
give a damn. Me, you. This the second time he done been in the eye of an eye. One where his wife getting violated. He don't get off. Two, this time where he seen walk back. The dude literally did this. I see you. And ran and left his woman there. Come on, bro. You can't respect that.
but let me ask you a question. Do you agree that this wasn't just over the Halloween incident?
No, this the Halloween incident started.
Right, but that ain't what caused the
Bro,
unaliving.
it's the continuing antagonizing and disrespect.
Back and forth.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying, so you say here's what I'm trying to get at you. Like I say, everybody ain't built the same. Just because he didn't do what you would have done, that don't mean he's wrong.
We're
So,
talking, bro. We're talking man.
right.
This is man
So you
activity.
saying
You
every
don't gotta
man,
be no Crip, Blood, GD, BD, low SA, Bato. Man activity, when a man is attacking your woman, you attack that man.
now, I said the same thing, and I said it on his live. I said there's no way I could have sat back and watched that happen and not attack him. That's
He
me.
put in
We
more
hold
work.
on. Me and him ain't the same. We ain't thinking the same.
So
So
why
I
you get
can't
mad that I
fault.
called him a goober?
It's just insulting though, because you don't really know him. So hold on.
How was it
Hold on. No, hold
insulting,
on, hold on.
bro?
Someone else, like he did after he thought about the shit, and I'm sure the live stream he went on that night when he lived and talked about the incident and he seen all those people wanting to see what he had to say, I'm sure that played a factor into him and the channel. Period. But what I'm saying is the plan was, and I'm gonna say I was involved in the shit. I like, okay,
Everybody in the chat said you was an antagonizer.
Not an antagonizer. I'm fucking advising my motherfucker. You don't want to fight him. You know you how you hurt him. Fuck with his money. Fuck with a man's money. That's how you fucking hurt him. Period. And I helped him fuck with his money.
And then you retreated when the heat
Nah,
got.
it ain't about when it got hot. I
You
retreated.
said
No,
you
listen.
retreated 90 days
What? You
before his
can do all
unalive.
that bullshit you want. That ain't gonna work on me, dog.
That's what you said.
I didn't retreat. It wasn't going nowhere. It wasn't no end game for
But you
me.
the one
Listen,
put the battery in
listen,
his
listen to
back.
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Why do you think Finney didn't retreat? Be honest. Why do you think he didn't
Because he was
retreat?
clout chasing and he saw his numbers growing off of that content.
And he was having fun with it too. Exactly. I
But see, in the
believe
midst
that.
of him having
I
fun,
believe that.
see,
So
that's the
listen to me.
goober.
Listen to me though. Listen to me. I wasn't afraid of none of them motherfuckers or nothing like that. It wasn't going
You
anywhere.
didn't
Them
do nothing
listen,
when he maced. Why you didn't get
huh?
off?
Why didn't I
Why you
what?
didn't get off when he maced in? Why you didn't get off, Mr. Dallas
Why didn't
Thomas?
he get off? Why the fuck
No,
would I
why
get
did you
off?
get
Hold
off?
on, hold
That's
on,
your
hold on, hold on.
homeboy.
Hold
You
on. I
6'4".
know I
That's
see
your
what you're trying to
homeboy.
do. You trying to start a ruckus between me and you
No, I'm
because
not.
I see what you're trying
Bro,
to do.
okay, let me ask you a
It ain't
question.
no fucking way I'm getting off if the man don't get off. If they cool, I'm cool. He wasn't getting jumped. She wasn't getting jumped. I'm not running
She
into no
got
fuck.
maced and hit in the head with
I'm
a
not
stick.
running into no fucking pepper spray.
She
Period.
got hit with a witch stick.
Man, that I seen that on tape. I wouldn't witness that. I didn't witness that.
So
I
you
was
wasn't
in
there when she got
listen, no, listen
maced?
to what I'm saying. I'm taking care of two people at one time. I didn't see that until I seen the tape. It's a lot of shit going on, dude. So don't act like I'm sitting there watching her getting hit with a stick. I seen that later. And I didn't even know that was Julie
But you
because
saw
Julie
her
was
get
in the
maced,
costume.
right?
What?
You saw her get maced.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
So why didn't the NFL instinct in you say,
Man, you crazy because Finney was already there.
you said Finney was over there looking at
Listen to
something
what
else?
I'm saying. Finney was walking up. Finney was handling. The same reason Finney told me you don't need to look out for her. Same reason. Okay, you got it. Period. If I was right next to her, if he would have said, "Yeah, watch her back," none of that shit would have happened because I'd have been like, "Get the fuck away from him. Why are you fucking with this man?" Period. So I'm not. I'm not
So
gonna.
what did you do?
First of all,
When you saw her get maced, what did you do?
what did I do? I
You
was
retreated.
I was pointing saying, "Yo, dude's over there Mason too. Watch out for him, because Finney's right next to me at this time when the
So
Mason.
why you didn't get off on the other dude, Mason?
Dude, you know how many cops were right there? Like I went up to the other dude. Trust me, nobody has this on film. I went up to the other dude. I said, you maced me, right? Now there's cops right there.
You went up to the dude and
There's
you got
like 30
close enough.
security. The dude
D.Ware.
apologized. The dude apologized to me right there. I wasn't trying to get you, yada
So
yada
all
yada
y'all
yada yada.
playing.
Right.
All y'all
So
playing.
it ain't no playing. I'm first of all, I ain't having nobody sue me for my money, hard-earned money. So I'm thinking the whole time. I'm not fighting nobody else's battle that's saying they having
Bro, you
it
don't
themselves.
play for the
So I
NFL
mean,
no
you
more.
come from that world. I don't come from that
You
world.
no, stop doing that.
Nah,
Listen,
that's what you doing.
I
You
come
saying
from
all
the
this. Here's
world.
what you
Listen,
saying. Whack,
what
let me
world are you
talk.
saying
Let
I
me
come
talk,
from?
Whack, and then I'm gonna let you talk. Here's
D-Ware,
what you
what
saying.
world are
What?
you saying
Hold
I
on,
come
Whack.
from?
Here's what you
But you
saying.
keep
What you
saying
would have
that.
did. Whack, stop it. Let me just talk.
What
Here's
world
what
you
you.
saying I come
You
from?
gonna let me talk? You gonna
Yeah,
let me
but
talk?
what world you saying I come from?
Okay, let me talk, and I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Whack. The only time I've ever been in a fight or altercation was on a football field. I didn't go to jail. None of that shit. From 17, I got drafted to the Blue Jays. I was always in some athletic shit. After I got done with that, I started promoting concerts in Phoenix.
So
That's
you
how
didn't
I
have
knew you.
fights in elementary,
Hold
junior
on.
high
That's
school?
how I knew you from the Ray J incident, and we'll talk about that off camera
What Ray
later.
J incident?
Ray J was on the radio show. We put him off the show. You called the radio station. You tried to muscle the PD there or some
Where?
shit. Phoenix. This was a
Nigga,
long
that's
time ago,
about the
man.
Mexican dude. That's my homeboy.
Nah, you talked to the salesperson. You talking about Mikey?
Mikey that live in New Mexico. That's my homeboy. I
I don't
know
know.
Mikey
It might
very
be
well.
another Mikey you talking about
It's
then.
only one Mikey. He's a PD. He lived in New Mexico, but he worked a radio station in
Mikey
Phoenix.
Fuentes says, Mikey
Fuentes.
Fuentes. Mikey Fuentes was a PD Mexican.
He lived in New Mexico. You
He
probably
may
didn't
have.
know
I'm
that.
just saying he was in Arizona at the time.
No, he ran the Arizona station, but he lived in New Mexico.
No, he didn't. He had a condo. I can text Mikey right now. We don't even need to go there. Mikey had a condo in Phoenix.
He might have had a condo in Phoenix, but I'm
Okay,
telling
so
you,
maybe he did live in Mexico. It's nothing to argue about. My
yeah, but
point
what you
is,
mean I'm trouble? What you had to do with that?
I was
And,
financing the show.
and,
Every radio show that they did, it was a radio show. Artists had to get paid, right? Radio station ain't trying to pay
yeah, but
nobody.
listen, we're going to get you to Ray J. Because, see, I'm sitting here tripping off you because you the one started all this.
Everybody's trying to say that because they
I'm going
want
to
to
tell
go
you
after
why
the
you
money.
started all
They
this.
want to go after the money. These is
When you
grown
left,
men.
when you left Manny, you went over there with Finney. Don't nobody believe that you didn't give Finney a little inside scoop on
Give me an
whatever,
example of some inside
whether it
info.
was his car, what kind of car he drove, how short he was, whether he had a big nose, whether his wife was good
He
looking.
already
What?
knew all this.
Listen,
Man, he's a live streamer. He live
listen.
streamed every fucking day. You
But
can
you
look at his
actually
live
seen
streams
him.
and see what the fuck car he
But you
drives, this and
actually
that.
seen him in person. So
Huh?
then the thing happened. The dude Manny pepper sprayed Finney's wife. You standing right there. You don't get off. You let it happen. Right? You tell him attack his money, keep going. So you put the battery, he's going, his views going up, woo, woo, it's working, it's going. 90 days ago, you retreat. You said, oh, this is getting hot. This Manny talking
Not
about
getting hot. See, you
unalizing.
putting words in my mouth. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like about social media. Motherfuckers can say whatever they want to say.
Okay,
Period.
you didn't say you left 90 days prior?
I didn't say because it was getting hot. It wasn't going anywhere. There was no end game for me. I wasn't making no money off the shit. I wasn't like what was it?
So
What
why
was
did you tell him attack the money?
because that's how you hurt a man. That's how you hurt a person.
So you told this
Without
dude, you
using physical violence and legal because Manny was not going to fight this man. We had offered that dude money to fight in a ring, some celebrity type of shit or whatever you want to say. Numerous of times. You mad at this man? Get in the
he
ring.
clout
Now,
chasing.
we
Manny
know
ain't
he's
doing
not
none
going
of
to
that.
do that. Who
But
clout
Manny
chasing?
did fight him though. Manny fought him.
Who's clout chasing?
Manny fought. Y'all was clout chasing because he had to follow him. You used to work for Manny.
Because he had to what?
He had to follow him. Y'all was clout chasing. No, let's keep it real. Then
He
he
had to
kept
follow
going at
who?
him to
Who
build his
had to
numbers
follow
off the
who?
dude.
Who had to follow who?
Manning had to follow him. Then he kept going at dude because his numbers was going up based upon that. You already agreed to that.
Okay, and then I guess Manny, you said Manny had to. He had to follow him. That's what you're saying? So
No,
Manny had
Manning.
no choices. What you say
No,
is
Manning
Manny had no
already had
choices
a
in this
following.
situation.
Hey, bro, dude died with 3,200 subs, bro. Finney. Manning had about 20, 30,000, right?
And Manny and Finney was making way more money than Manny with just 200, with 2,000 fucking subs.
Okay, what I'm saying is this. You the one advised him on how to go to war, what tactic to use. Can you agree?
Agreed.
Okay. As he got into it, he got addicted to it because the money was coming in, his following was going up,
I
so on and
also,
so forth.
hold on, stop. I also advised him he shouldn't do this. And that's on live. This,
So,
see, you
so
got to
you
understand
advised him
one
to
thing
stop.
about Finney. One thing about Finney. Finney is 45 years old, gonna be 45 years old. Finney a grown man, period. A grown man.
He had a birthday coming.
So all I can do is say, hey, and I could be giving bad advice. So he gotta be the one to decipher that shit. People give me advice every day. I gotta be the one to decipher. They might gonna
Who is
do this
Nurse
or might
Viv?
not. What?
Who's Nurse Viv?
That's my wife.
They said Finney died because of D.Ware. What did your wife? She
I don't.
played a
These
role?
motherfuckers is idiots. First of all,
I'm
if
saying,
I
did your wife play a role in saying
not at
this?
all. That's why I'm saying they idiots.
Okay.
Everybody they
How
say
they know
shit
your wife's name is Nurse Viv? Like she
because that's what she goes by online. She was in Manny's chat. She was in Finney's chat. She was in the social media messing around. So you
so
gotta understand. People say shit to get a rise at him. You're not. And what I always say, if you really want to get at me, come fight me. If you ain't gonna fight me, if you ain't gonna agree to fight me, I'm not gonna pay attention to you.
okay.
Because what's the end game? The end game is what happened to Finney. You're gonna have to shoot me because you ain't gonna whoop me. You see what I'm
Listen,
saying? I don't
listen,
when I turn 65, these lames on the internet, you're not gonna whoop me.
listen
Period.
to me. This is my thing. If you knew that Finney was a goober,
I didn't know Finney was a goober. And I'm
and
not
he
gonna call
wasn't
him a
ready to
goober.
play it all the
You
way
can
out.
keep calling him a goober all you want. Ain't no people that know Finney ain't gonna fucking roll with that shit. So
We
that's your
just
opinion.
watched his goober activity.
Okay, that's your
I'm
opinion.
gonna be real,
Again,
bro.
just
All
like that
right,
person in the chat
okay,
had their
D.Ware.
opinion, you have that same
Can
opinion.
I be? Listen, I ain't got no issue with you, right? So can I be regular? Cause can I be regular whack 100? I'm trying to be respectful. I can fuck
Hey,
it.
hey, Wack,
Vinny was a buster.
listen. If
He
you
was a
notice,
coward. No, we
hold
know
on,
because
Wack.
you don't like
You can
Goober.
say what you want, Wack.
So
It's
you
been
saying I wasn't
said.
coward
Listen,
activity?
hey, Wack.
D.Ware.
Let me say
Me and
something real
you,
fast.
bro.
If you
That
notice,
wasn't coward activity running
hold
from his
on.
wife.
I just want to say something real fast. I'm gonna let you finish. If you notice the people in the chat that talk shit, they won't put a picture up or their real name up. It's always some
I ain't
bullshit.
tripping them, bro.
So
They
I'm
just
just telling
dialed
you
in.
that shit
You gotta engage with the people
that
in the
shit,
chat.
hold on. You read the shit. So obviously you wanted to make a point. So that shit that they saying in the chat ain't shit because they
No,
nobody.
I don't know who
But
Nurse
you read
Ben
it.
is.
You read it for a reason.
No, because I thought Nurse Ben, I didn't know who that was. I'm trying to.
So anyway, let me let you say what you were
So
saying.
you don't think that was a coward move? Him doing the dash
Doing
and
what?
leaving his wife?
Wait. Doing what?
Him doing the dash. Your wife here.
Doing a dash.
Yeah. Your wife here. The threat is here. Where you gonna be? Right here, right? In the middle. Keep it real. I would think
Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that on a live stream just because I didn't see what he was doing. Yes, looking at it, we can all speculate. I can even say, damn, why didn't he jump in front of his wife? Period. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking or what he was doing. I don't know that.
you know what he was
You
thinking?
see what I'm
He
saying?
was thinking what his
You
heart
don't
was
know that.
pumping. I know what he was thinking. He was thinking what his heart was pumping.
But it's weird though. You have nothing to say about Manny as if that shit was cool. Like that's just pussy shit. Anybody that got to pull out a gun that ain't really being threatened or jumped or that's pussy shit. That's why I put it was pussies coming at me.
Let
That's
me
why I
ask you a
left,
question,
and it
bro.
wasn't over Manny. It was over
Where you
another
from? Where you
streamer.
grow up at?
Listen, it was over another streamer talking
But
crazy.
where'd you
Hold on,
grow up
whack,
at?
whack. Let me finish. I left. If you really want to know the reason, it was over another streamer who ain't gonna bust a grape for shit. Was talking reckless about me, talking like he want to fight and do this and pull up all this shit. And I pulled up on him one time. He was in our town at the casino. I pulled up. I said, "What's up, man? You got an issue with me?" It turned into him yelling for the fucking security to come. He's actually one who said, "Let's go outside." I started walking outside. You know what he did? He walked he walked because this is all on video too. He walks about 30 feet to go outside. He runs back in and says he's got a gun. That was his
Who
reason
we
for not to
talking
come
about?
outside.
Who is this dude you
I
talking
don't want to even give him no shine.
about?
They
Okay, you
know,
from Sacramento, right?
right? I don't want to get this dude no shine. I've been
Okay.
done with him. I don't want to
What
start.
neighborhood you
I
grew up
don't
in?
want to
You grew up in
start.
Oak Park?
Huh?
You grew up in Oak Park, Meadowview,
No, I grew
29th
up in
Street?
South Sacramento, off of
Okay.
Florin, between Florin and 24th Street. My
Uh,
folks, my cousins, them
I
grew up in
used to
Oak
live
Park.
in Sac. We had a spot, 2518 X Street, right? Yeah, I don't know. You old enough. Remember, probably in the late 80s, it was a shootout inside the Arden Mall. It was inside.
Vaguely, I do remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, that's what that was, right? So I kind of understand Sac. Back then, they called dope hubber, base heads, hubber heads, right? 25 to 18 Next Street. The street behind me was an alley. Then it was Broadway, right? That's we was out there moving and doing what we was doing. So I know Sac is a serious place. So I know you understand what I'm saying. And you 7 years older than me, therefore your mentality and your way and style of fighting, right, is even harder than my generation because we learned it from y'all, right? It's that bumper jack style fight. You know what I'm saying, right? Probably how your uncles them taught you. And we both know, bro, under any circumstances, your woman, your children, your mama, if a threat is coming your way, you advance the threat. You don't go the other way and leave the female or the child in harm's way to deal with that. And if he would have did that as a man, he would have for sure saved her life and probably would have saved his own life. He might have would have took one. But if dude is 5'2", and you telling me he has some type of anything by himself, bro, I mean, you say that's your guy. If you would have been standing right there and you said y'all the same height, what you would have did would have do 5'2" once you got up on him. Even if he got a gun, you at least could have prevented him from shooting her, right? Even if he got off, hit you in the chest, stomach, leg, whatever, you could have prevented that from happening. So I'm gonna be real. As a man, I can't. And you doing all this, and you playing the role. It don't
Who
matter.
doing all what?
It
Who
don't
what?
matter if you've been to jail. It don't matter if you've been in the streets. We're talking man, just basic man responsibilities. Now listen, I'm 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 not happy that this happened to these people. But and you keep saying why I'm not addressing Manny because to every action it's a reaction. And dude knew it was a fire blazing. And instead of him doing what you did and pulling away from it, he kept dumping fuel on the fire. And
Okay.
it burnt down, bro.
We after the incident, obviously, we all wish we would have done something different. I wish I would have done something different.
You shouldn't have never told him to attack his finances.
Nah, it was either that or he was gonna whoop his ass and go to jail. I honestly felt Manny
I
was
would have
set
rather he whooped his ass
right.
and went to jail.
Well, he didn't. He didn't. It wouldn't have done him no good in jail.
Yes, it would have. He'd have been in jail.
That's you. That's your opinion.
His
Whack.
wife wouldn't have been
Everybody.
on Las Vegas
Everybody.
Boulevard.
Obviously.
She
Whack.
probably wouldn't have been antagonizing
Right.
him.
And like, can I say something? This is a
Yeah.
conversation. Whack has his opinion on how shit should go down. I got my opinion. The chat got their opinion. Everybody got their opinion. I'm fine with my opinions. I can live with
So
them. I'm
you
sure
saying
you're
it's all
fine with
Manning
yours.
fault?
Huh?
You saying it's all Manning fault?
Nah, hell no. Everybody had a piece in this. Mead, Finney's chat, Bubbly, Manny, Julie. Everybody had a piece in this. It's a shame that this happened. Period. We all know that. It happened. You have your opinion from what you see. I came at you. That ain't how the man is. That's not him. He's not a goober. In your eyes, maybe he is a goober. In some of these people's eyes, he could be a goober. Fine. In my eyes, he's not a goober. Period. So everybody got their opinion. I hit you just to say, hey, that ain't it. Because the way you can't hear you, whack. Whack, your sound ain't on. I can't hear him. Can the chat hear him?
Look, let me
We
define
couldn't hear
goober.
you. We couldn't hear you, Whack.
Okay, let me define goober when it's situation. He was more silly than he was serious.
He was more what? Silly than what?
Silly than he was serious. He was
I,
playing with
I
a
will
dude.
I will agree with you on that. He didn't he took it as still fun and games. He didn't like you say, he didn't read Manny. I think a lot of people didn't read Manny that was involved in the
You know
situation.
why he didn't read
But
Manny?
listen, hold on. Let me say this also. At a high school, he got married early. So in your eyes, he may be a goober. Maybe he don't have the quick forward thinking like you with street stuff or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Why you keep saying street stuff? Let me
Every
let me
cause
let me
I guarantee
provide
you.
something
Hold on,
for
hold
you,
on, hold on,
bro.
hold on. If he's a goober,
I'm a
90
man
hold
before
on,
many things.
hold on. Right? If he's a goober, 90% of these people in this chat are goobers. You see what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I
Huh?
agree. I
Okay,
agree.
so all right. I'll just leave it
I
at
don't
that.
fight you on that.
Everybody ain't built the same. Everybody don't think the same, or we would all be equal. You know what I mean? So everybody don't take my advice or whatnot. If some people took my advice, they would be rich right now.
So let me ask you a question. What advice do you have to cause to YouTubers or bloggers that's getting into it with people. Because I myself, I believe I'm one of the most attacked and antagonized people on the internet, right? And I tell people, if you're not mentally stable and ready to deal with that type of thing, then you shouldn't come on the internet trying to be a personality. Because the bigger you get in something, the more envy, jealousy, and hatred is going to derive in some of these people. And this is just what they do, right? So I felt like Manny fell short on that side. Shout out to Nick Kirk for the $1.99 super check. Wack asked him about Soto Mayor smashing. Oh, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. So disregard that because that's why I didn't
So
read the
somebody
end.
in the chat, I agree with.
No, we
I
not. Look, 'cause at the end of it, what it said, I ain't saying that because it was disrespectful, right? So we're not doing that.
what you talking about, Whack? I missed something. What you mean?
Some asked you about Soto Mayor and some crazy shit. I don't know who that
Need to
is,
know what the fuck that is.
but what they wanted me to ask was disrespectful to the Bubbly, right? So I'm not doing that. Come on, bro, you got to come a little more better than that. So I think Manny fell short because he should have did what you did and just checked out the game. Why? Because I'm sure he got kids and family and stuff he got to tend to, right? Um, I think Finney, and I'm gonna be real. Another reason why I call him a goober, me growing up, I never lacked attention. I was always one of the captains on the football team. My little squad on the street, whether when we was mini biking and stealing milk crates and putting them on skateboards, I was always the center of it. So I never
Right,
craved for attention or none of that. Some of
right.
these people growing up wasn't too popular in school for whatever reason. Maybe their parents didn't have the money to buy them the clothes. Maybe they was built different. Maybe they just didn't look the right. Maybe they didn't get the chicks or didn't have a car, whatever it may be. And I think when he started to get this type of attention and feedback, I think it grabbed him.
I agree.
You are an
Like,
NFL
but
football
but this
player,
is what I'm
so
saying, Whack. Like you said, you got attention in high school, and you was this and you was that. How many people get that? How many people in this chat you think get that or got that?
no. See, my gripe with you is
But no, my point is, you're probably right. We ain't all built the same, but that don't mean the man should be unalived because we
okay.
ain't built the same.
We're gonna
He
cover
made
that.
some mistakes. We
We're gonna
all he would if we knew this was going down. If anybody like his mom would have cut the fucking cord. If anybody thought anything crazy like this was gonna happen,
bro. The man was telling them he already done pepper sprayed his wife. At that
whack.
point, it's
See,
already too far.
here's the thing. That's so easy to say because it happened. It's easy to say that because it happened. You proved your point. You what you just said, your point's been proven. But nobody said that before it happened. You see what I'm saying? So the way people were looking at him, he wasn't a threat. He didn't, it just seemed like talk because they've been talking for 2 years. Now it happened. So now, oh fuck. Change the game, change your tune up, change shit up. Now motherfuckers know. Don't be talking that crazy shit online about motherfuckers
Well,
and
let me ask you
you
a
know what I
question.
mean? It's a
Let me
it's a
ask you a
big ass
question.
lesson to fucking learn.
Did
I learned the lesson from that shit.
let me ask you a question because, like I
Go
said,
ahead.
I didn't follow neither one of them. Did Bubbly was she still involved in his streaming after that situation? Like, did
Stop.
she come on the stream
Stop.
yards?
No, wouldn't do shit. Stop. Period. She knew she made a mistake. She made her apologies. You wouldn't see Bubbly on that stream for shit. She was gone.
You know, if
Disappeared.
you lying, D.Ware, they gonna send the
She
content.
was gone. She asked anybody in the chat.
Chat
Now, she was on
was
his
Bubbly.
streams when he live streamed and they went out of town. You would see her. But the Tuesday night streams, she was history.
Uh, H Money says Eddie Valerio is the best rapper in Memphis. Shout out Eddie Valerio. Y'all want some shout outs? Send me a super chat. I give you a shout out, company, artist, You got something up, some blogs, videos, super chat it, you're gonna get the shout out. All right, so my question to you is, I don't think what I don't I'm not justifying what Manny did at all. But I understand what he did. Because when you talking about somebody's wife, you talking about, and ain't no telling what, you throw enough shots, you gonna bullseye.
Everything you
Your man,
saying, you can reverse that. But go ahead. Everything
your man
you saying
Finney,
about both of them.
your man
You ain't
Finney.
just saying that about Finney. You
So what
saying it
I'm
because
saying
Finney
is,
died, but if he didn't, you saying that about both of them. Manny did the same
no,
shit.
I'm saying it's about Finney.
All right,
If,
but I'm just saying it applies to Manny
if you
also.
throw enough out there, just speculations on things, you're gonna bullseye a couple of them. You get what I'm saying? Like you say enough stuff, something in there is gonna be true, although you may not know it's true unless he reacts. Now, sometimes a dude will verbally show his hand and say, "Hey, why you say this about that or this about that?" Or he can swallow it. And you know what they say about pressure? What it do to a pipe? Pressure busts pipes, right? You know that. Or he can swallow it, and because, bro, I'm gonna be real. It ain't like he didn't know how big Finney was. So when he saw Finney, he had already seen Finney before. If you analyze that video, dude got cracking. He came to unalive dude. I think his adrenaline is what made him do that to the wife. I don't think because he could have hit her first. Cause she's are you serious? Are you serious? Now I'm gonna be real. That would have been R&B. I probably would have been hit unalive. He would have been unalive. My woman is she gonna pop something. I don't know what dudes is out there thinking. When you in this stuff and you got enemies out here, whatever with you, you got to train them to be prepared to deal with what might come. This is a fact. So this is why I say dude's a goober. He was more silly than serious. At no time did he read that I'm antagonizing this dude. I'm telling him where I'm gonna be. I dare you to. Last, it was a time, maybe not last time. He did do something when my wife started stuff. Although he may not have pull. Actually, he did pull up when he poked him. Right? He pulled up on me before. Why wouldn't he have his team? What was they by themselves? Wasn't nobody with him?
Again, I don't disagree with you. I even told him you slipping, dog. Like he should have never been up to walk up behind you. But again,
You told him
his
this when the
perception,
days prior.
even after that, he should have been cautious. Because I told him, I'm like, dude, the conversation we had, I'm like, dude, this man is getting desperate and he's going to do something. Like, you need to really watch yourself. Because for him to do that, he's starting to not give a shit. He's up to something. You're killing him online. He's looking stupid to his subscribers and supporters because man, he's supposed to be this tough guy, this and that. So he's going to try to prove something. He's trying to prove something. Cause see, with him and with a lot of these YouTubers and people online,
Did you
they
fund his
chase
trip to Vegas?
they chase the clout. So Manny's the type of person he wants you dead, but he would come back if let's say he snuck over into Arizona or had somebody off Finney. He's so wanting to take the credit for it or be known like he's this bad guy. He would probably go online the next day and say, "Yeah, yeah, I can't talk a lot, but I set that up." He would do some shit like that. He wants people to these motherfuckers, they tell on their own selves, and he's one of those persons. Let's take the video prior to the Sunday. He's telling everybody he's looking for Finney. You see what I'm saying? So I guarantee you, the Las Vegas investigators seen that shit. How you gonna call self-defense when you telling everybody you looking
Hold
for
on
this
one
motherfucker?
second. This is important. This is from Football Nerd. He sent a super chat. Help cover funeral costs for devoted couple organized by Jay Manning is the official GoFundMe for Finney and Bubbly.
Yep.
So
Hey, football nerd. I was gonna get to that when we done with this.
there we go. All right. Go ahead. Go
Definitely,
ahead.
definitely. I'm glad you put that in there, but I definitely had it on my notes. Definitely, push that if you can, Whack. I mean, please do that.
Yeah, definitely. Listen,
Help the
I'm just
family, cause
we
just
talking
just
about the
he left.
situation.
Just
And
so everybody knows the situation. There
and
was
I'm gonna be
four.
real. I don't think Finney and Bubbly, yeah, Finney and Bubbly, let's not let their unaliving be in vain. Um, maybe this tragic incident will save other people's lives. People that may be knee deep in the same situation and really don't understand that who they dealing with that may be real serious. It's like it's nobody on the internet, right, that has done anything to me to where I'm telling myself I need to unalive them. It's people on the internet that may did something like, you know what, I'm gonna expose them. Let me get some dirt. Let me embarrass them. That's it. Or let me ignore them and let them die. It's not let them die far as number wise on social media. It sounds to me like, and I don't think you want to take the credit for this right now, D.Ware, but you gonna wear this jacket. You guided and instructed Benny on what to do and how to move to kill off Manny's following, to kill his numbers off.
Let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you.
Was
I started that shit myself on my own channel.
no, we ain't talking
Before,
about
no,
that
let me tell you,
because
before Finny eat low,
your
let me
channel
finish.
garbage
I'm gonna
doodle.
give you
It
the
ain't
real
doing nothing.
backstory. So I'm not denying what you're saying. When I left from Manny's, when everybody started leaving Manny's camp, there's a female named Rhonda and Sarah. Sarah's the one that streams. If you look,
Rhonda,
it's
you talked about the one like the brand new Honda. Too
huh?
Short talked about her.
No, I'm gonna
Rhonda,
give you a quick. I'm gonna give
the
you a
one
quick
Too
snippet.
Short talked about in Freaky Tales. I'm listening. I know
Nah.
Rhonda.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she had the idea. Fuck Manny. Let's start our own live streams. And I was like, well, I got a channel I ain't using, Urban AZ. I'm not using it anymore. COVID happened. I'm not doing concerts because COVID. So shit, it's already monetized. Y'all can use it. Manny was fucking with everybody. And, you don't know him, but anybody that knows him, Finney's channel would have never got popular if Manny wasn't an asshole to everybody. You see what I'm saying? None of this shit would have happened if Manny wasn't an asshole to everybody. Manny was on top. Finney's channel wouldn't have kicked off the ground if Manny didn't start booting motherfuckers being assholes to people. All Manny's people went over to Finney's channel. So anyway, long story short, when we started the Urban AZ, he was fucking with them. I said, and they're women. Y'all ain't gonna fight Manny. Manny ain't gonna fight me. I offered him all kind of reasons to fight me. Period. Because he was talking that shit. Didn't happen. I get it. I'm gonna make you look stupid. You're 5 foot. I'm 6'3". I even put it. Get. He was tight with this guy named Poppy Chulo. Poppy Chulo hates his guts now. I said to make it fair, I'll fight both of y'all at the same time, and I'll pay y'all if
Let
y'all
me
win.
explain something to you, bro.
Hold on. I just want to finish this. I'm gonna let you go.
You talking about Poppy
So,
Chulo and all
so,
this other type of
so listen. I'm just saying it's a history, Whack.
yeah, don't
All you
start
seen
spinning
what you
though, bro.
all
You
you seen
spinning
what
on
you seen was Sunday, and I can't even give you the whole story within this. But let me just go. I agree. Yes, it was my idea because before they shit popped off, it was my idea to the girls. Y'all want to fuck with him? Let's fuck with his money. Start taking his subscribers away. Any super chat you get would have been a super chat for him. Period. Yes.
Clubhouse ear hustler.
So whoever wanted to say,
No, let me tell you
you
what Clubhouse ear hustler said. You
huh?
ready? Don't
Go
get in your
ahead.
feelings and emotions. I'm gonna show you how you take criticism, D.Ware.
Go ahead.
Clubhouse Ear Hustler sent a super chat, and I gotta keep it real because I said if you send a super chat, I'm gonna read it. Whack, you do the same
But
thing.
hold on. Let me say real quick before you read it. You notice they don't have a real name with they shit. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
They
Anybody
said
can say
whack, you
whatever
do
they
the
want.
same thing. The
But
only
because it's
difference
being
is you
super
move
chat, it's being
smarter.
read, so you're supposed to read it. But go ahead.
They said whack, you do the same thing. The only difference is you move smarter. You would have never been out there wide open live streaming. You right. And if I would have been live streaming, if you would have came playing, it would have got live. Jimmy Jam says he introduced them. He paid Manny. He antagonized Manny. He didn't pull the trigger, but he started the process. It's Jimmy Jams.
Right. I did start the process because Manny was fucking with me and my people.
So you went
We
over here and got these other dudes, the Gooper dudes.
No, I
Who
didn't
you
get
do?
Finney. Finney's shit happened on his own organically with the
You
pepper
gave
spray.
Finney the channel.
I didn't give Finney the channel. He already had the channel. That's what I'm
You
saying. You
told
don't
Finney how to
know the
attack his
history.
money.
What?
You told Finney how to attack his money.
Yes,
And you smirking right now.
exactly.
You know you
Because I
gon'
don't
that
give a
smirk
fuck
gonna
about
happen.
Manny. Manny came at my son. My son didn't have shit to do with this. See, you don't know
How old
the
is your son?
shit. You don't know the shit
How old is your
that
son?
this motherfucker has done.
How
At the
old is
time
your
he
son?
attacked, my son was 23. And I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
but
if my
so
son's
what?
40. You're not gonna fuck with me and not have some repercussions. So
Listen, bro, they
you
attack
could
my
say
son
you could
every
say
day.
whatever you want. Whack. You done
They
some
attack
shit.
my son
So
every day. I
right,
don't
that's
cry
you.
about it.
That's
Okay,
you. That's
listen.
you. That ain't me.
Was
It's
what
it's
they were
it's some
saying
things
about
I
your
allow and
son
some things
true?
I don't. You don't fuck with my son and you don't fuck with my wife. Period.
Beware.
So
Beware.
that's
Is,
you.
is what
Don't
they
tell
were
me
saying
what you
about your
did.
son true?
That don't mean shit. It's what I feel like I want to do.
Was it true what they were saying about your son?
What? No,
Whatever they
hell
were saying.
no.
So that's why it don't bother me. They just be making up shit.
Exactly. Whack. I didn't learn that until later on. You're right. I reacted. I ain't gonna lie. I reacted. We all kind of react on shit. You probably been through so much. You've been doing this. So you used to the shit. Dude,
Yeah.
I was new. Listen, I even admitted to everybody, I'm new to this shit. I don't belong to this shit because I'm reacting to every motherfucker that say something. I'm trying to fight the whole fucking chat. And I look at that shit, I'm like, that's stupid.
Look,
These motherfuckers won't even show their face, so why argue with them?
I
You're
got a
right. But I didn't know that at the time.
I got a crew called the Crash. You know the 100 side of the trenches. We train people on how to be ready for this internet stuff. I got a crew called the Crash Out Squad. Do you know what their intro is when they come into somebody's space?
What is?
Their intro is what they
What
tell.
is it?
Fuck my mama, fuck my raggedy kids, fuck my dead ass family. Now let's get to it. That means they armor is on. Anything you talking about, it don't matter. They ask you. So why are you in this space if you know you got thin skin? Why are
Right.
you in
Now
this space?
let me
If,
ask you this, Whack. How long you been doing this?
uh 36 years in the street.
Okay. I recognize I don't belong in this space. Like I gave my channel to say, you can have it. I'm not doing this shit. I don't belong in this. I react to bullshit, to these nobodies that ain't gonna ever show their face, period. Now, I went on Finney's channel as a guest every now and then, but I didn't do my own shit anymore. I just said, I didn't like Manny. Period. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He just did some foul shit that it didn't have to be done. And these motherfuckers act like they don't know what the fuck he did. If he didn't do so much foul shit, when he would go live stream, he would have 1,200 people watching this shit every fucking weekend.
Who?
Manny, period. That motherfucker had people that supported him. And he would probably make $2 grand a night off super chats easily. That motherfucker can't make $5 right now on the weekend. That's because the people caught up to his bullshit and left. Now, let's say he wasn't doing none of that bullshit and it was just Finney fucking with him. Finney couldn't have fucked with him because Manny would have had the power to shut him down because he had so many subscribers and so many people that were on
But you
live.
gave him the cheat code on how to kill his money. You think that didn't bother
Now,
him?
if you think that's a cheat code, then kudos to fucking me. Cause if motherfuckers don't know if you want to hurt a motherfucker, hurt their money, that hurts more than whooping their ass, then I don't know. I know that would fuck me
Shout
up.
out to Logic. That's definitely Beast. Beast is the one that oversees the Crash Out Squad. That's a fact. That's definitely his intro line. What I'm saying is, think about it. If you saying this dude clearing 2,000 on a Saturday on Super Chats, that's 8,000 a month. That's mortgage in the car note and car insurance. If y'all kill
Exactly.
that and he start losing things in his real life, you don't think that would push a man to hatred, to not thinking right?
Oh yeah. But let him go online, he would act like it was all good. Manny, here's the thing. If Manny really didn't want the back and forth and the beef and he wanted Finney to stop, he could have stopped it. But he didn't. He wanted to keep it going.
You know what? No,
He was
bro. He
too
was
proud. He
losing.
was too proud to
He
stop it.
was losing. He was losing.
Listen to what I'm saying. So does he know he's losing or does he not
Hell
know
yeah,
he's
he knew it, bro.
right?
If you go from 2,000 super chats, $20, and this dude, you see his numbers constantly growing, you know you're losing.
Okay, so what do you do when you're losing? What would you do in that situation you're losing?
Me personally, I would have restructured. I'd have restructured and tried something different, right? That's just me personally. Okay, let me ask you something. This Manny dude, is he from Cali or where is he originally
I
from?
think he's originally from Cali.
Yeah, I
I
figured that.
I don't know
Because
exactly.
he got out, was he Hispanic? He Mexican?
The chat maybe can answer that, but he was definitely
Nigga, you was in his
Mexican.
car with him.
Man, I don't be asking motherfuckers for their IDs. What's your
You
real
looked at him. What he look? Did he look like?
ethnicity? What?
Did the nigga look like Brett
He looked
Favre,
Mexican.
Junior Seau, or
Nah, not the
Fernando?
junior say out.
Did,
Somebody in the chat can answer that shit.
I'm at, bro. You was in the car. Did he
I
look?
cannot officially say what the fuck he is. He looked like a Mexican to me.
Okay, and he was from originally from Cali, Southern Cali.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So now you dealing with a different type of mentality.
Okay.
Has he been to prison? Did he ever tell you these things?
I know he said he's been to jail. I don't know about prison.
Got you. All right. And these Finney and Bubbly, they have children,
Yeah,
older, younger. Or,
they're in their younger 20s. And then there's a grandson that's almost 2.
they got 4 kids. They telling me and a grandson. You got 4 kids, and dude didn't understand what had happened to his wife. That this thing he had entered could go further.
Obviously, he didn't.
So, are you close to the family?
Yeah,
So you gonna hold some type of responsibility to helping looking over the children?
I got something for the grandson. I'm doing something that's gonna last him for his life, and I'm not sharing that on here. That's between me and the family.
Well, what about the kids? Because you the one started it.
I ain't start shit. You ain't gonna talk to me into like I owe somebody anything. I
That's
owe
why
my
you
family.
smirk. You know when
I,
men
I
smirk,
owe my
that's the
family.
sign
I'm
of
just
guilt.
laughing at you how you trying to do. I ain't no little young motherfucker that just
I'm
random.
not, brother.
That ain't gonna happen. I tell you straight, I'm
You
gonna do what
you
the
saying
fuck
you didn't
I
start it?
feel what here, let me tell you, I'm gonna do what I feel in my heart to do. And it don't need to be shared with anybody but the family. Now, if the family had a problem with me, they wouldn't allow me over their house or in their lives or whatnot. As long as they ain't got a problem with me, we good. I don't care what everybody's opinion is, because don't ain't nobody been
You
over
do know
there.
you misled that brother, right?
Huh?
You know you misled
Oh
that.
no, I didn't. Finney's a grown man.
But he's a grown man. He
I could
took
say
your
his mama
direction.
misled him. His mom was in his
No,
streams all the time, hyping him up.
he
So did
was
his
with his
mama
mama. Now
mislead
you
him?
want to put it on his mama?
I'm just saying. That's what you
Without
might
him
as well
doing
say.
what he was doing,
You
his
might as
mama
well
wouldn't even
say
been
his
involved
mama
with what he was
misled
doing.
him. His best friend misled him. Everybody that was in that chat misled him. But I don't hear you saying shit about Manny. It's like, come on, dog. Really?
What
That's
you
what we
want me to
doing
say
here?
about Manny?
Is this what gets the clicks to talk about Finney? Is that what it is?
What you want me to say about
I'm
Manny?
just saying.
I
Them
already
motherfuckers
said
just unalive two people. Like you acting like that's D.Ware's fault. Manny should have done that shit. Like,
it
come
is
on, dude.
because
Stop that shit.
you knew when
Obviously, if I thought this shit was gonna go to that level,
you knew it was. That's why you
no, I
pulled.
didn't. Stop it. That
You
ain't why I
just
left.
said
I told you why I left. I told you why I left.
you said because it wasn't no end game.
There was no, it wasn't doing, it was no in game. And I was just looking stupid arguing with motherfuckers online. Because all I ever wanted to do was
You
just
was
start fighting
Jimmy
with motherfuckers.
Jam says you was the
What?
spark.
Say that
Jimmy
again,
Jam,
Jimmy.
Jimmy Jam said you
But
was the
Jimmy
spark.
Jams don't know. You see, he won't put his face on. Why would you? I get it. He super chatted. So
I mean, I
so
gotta
hold
say
on,
it.
hold
That
on,
super
hold on,
chat.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me ask you this. You see how you read that? You read it like it was facts. You see how you
I
read that?
believe you was the spark,
Okay.
brother.
So what I want you to do when somebody say something negative about you, read that shit like it's
I
facts.
did.
Read that shit like it's
Bro, you
facts.
want me to
But do
read
you
it
see what I'm
again?
saying though? Like
Hold on.
that's what this social media is
D.Ware,
about. These
D.Ware.
motherfuckers can
The
say
last super
anything
chat, the man said,
and
Whack, you do the
everybody will
same
believe
thing.
it. I
He
figured
said,
you would hold on, Wack. You too big of a streamer and a personality to go for that shit.
bro,
Oh, let
the
me finish
man
and I'm gonna let
said
you
that I
go.
do the
And
same
then
thing
here
and
I'm
I
gonna say
read it.
this. This is another reason I called you. I'm like, when they sent me that shit, damn, Wack just running off at the mouth like that with no research or nothing, no
So
facts.
what did I say wrong?
You admitted that you didn't have all the facts.
No, off of what I
It's
saw,
what you should have said. This is my opinion
no,
in this
off of what
situation.
I saw,
Because people take your word
I'm
for
gonna be
what you
real.
say for
You
truth.
lucky I didn't have these facts. Cause this don't make it no better.
I'm not lucky because whatever you say ain't gonna change nothing. I just can't,
Hey,
like I
you
said,
really don't care about the unalive. You ain't
huh?
tripping.
I'm
You,
saying what you say ain't gonna change my opinion. And everybody else, if they wanna go by what you say, then they go by what you
no,
say,
no, no,
Wack.
no.
And
They
I
ain't
know they
going by
will.
what I
That's
said.
why I reached out to you
D.Ware,
because
they
I'm
ain't
like,
going by
they're
what I
gonna
said.
believe
Okay,
this mother. Hold on.
okay.
They're gonna believe this person is just a goober, a bully, and this and that. It didn't go
But we're
down
going
like
off
that.
what you telling us,
It
brother.
didn't go down like that. In
Okay,
your eyes, he's a goober. You did you hear me call him a
let
goober?
me ask you something. You agreed.
I agree with what I
You
agree.
agreed that he was
I
more silly
agree
than
that
serious.
your opinion, from what you've seen in your opinion, you're right to have that opinion. That's
Look,
what I.
you agreed that he was more silly than serious.
In that instance, see, I guess maybe we using wrong words. I guess that's the words. That's the lingo that's used, silly and
I ain't
goober and
calling.
shit.
I'm just,
I'm gonna say slipping. He was slipping. That's my definition of what he was doing. He was
but you
slipping.
said he was slipping when he tapped him in his back and he made no adjustment.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he
So
was
what do you
slipping.
call this then? If he
He
make
was
no
you.
adjustment,
I say slipping. You say goober, silly, whatever.
he was more silly than serious.
I say more slipping than
He
serious.
looked up to you. He looked at you like a big brother. He came to you for
Sometimes.
advice.
Sometimes.
You the guy in Arizona giving the parties, got the radio station plug. I know the
That's a
place.
while back ago.
And when you told him attack his money, that's what he did. And when he did it and saw it was working, he kept doing it, which led to this dude losing. Hey, bro, 8,000 a month is 96,000 a year.
Right. It hurt him, right?
It hurt him.
Exactly.
So your advice hurt him. Ace
Exactly.
Fans, $20 super chat says, use the net to change your life, not end it. I mess with you though. Whack everybody else. Tune in to Ace Vane. ACEVANE super chat. So whoever that may be,
Right.
go check him out.
The purpose was to hurt him legally. That was the purpose. Not to do
No,
no street shit.
no.
That was the
Financially.
purpose. That was the purpose. Hurt him legally.
Financially.
That's what companies do. They don't go shoot each other. They hurt you financially. That's how you
Okay,
hurt a
stop right
motherfucker.
there.
What?
We just watched this dude who owned his insurance company. Somebody walked up to him, unalived him right there on the sidewalk, right?
Right.
That was
What's the
because he
insurance
did.
company? Was that another insurance company that unalived him?
But what I'm saying you, the dude that did it had no insurance ties. So I'm pretty sure he was paid and contracted by somebody else who, whatever this dude
Could
decision,
be, but we don't know that.
they took
That's
a hit.
that's
So
your that's your thinking. Like, you think beyond what other people think. Like, this is
okay, but
probably what happened.
what I'm saying is without you giving him that advice. See, if I give somebody that advice, I'm gonna stand on the side of him.
What you gonna
I'm
tell
gonna,
them to tell them to fight him? What advice you gonna give them?
no. If I tell somebody, hey, attack dude like this, and I see it's working, I'm also, because I'm the brains behind what he's doing, gonna say, okay, bro, let's take a look at what's going on here. It's working. You know this to piss the dude off. You done took 100,000 a year out this
But
man.
I gotta stop you because here's the funny part. You're trying to harp on that. You don't harp on. You gotta understand the very beginning, his first stream. This is a bad idea. Don't do it. I spoke that in his ear more than giving him the other advice. Understand this. Once he started and he did it another week and the numbers came on and on, I knew he wasn't gonna fucking stop. Cause now I'm a fucking hater, and that's what I got called. And I tried to get him to stop. Then, okay, you're not gonna stop. Here's what you do. Start getting super chats. Start he came up with some ideas himself, and we just did different shit. I was involved with the shit too. I just wasn't happened to be out there that Sunday because, like I said, I would have had some bullets for me, but I think I would have played that different. And I'm not gonna say what you know.
No, I believe if you would have been standing right there where he was at, I believe your football instincts alone, you would have rushed him. I believe that. Look, let's see all this old street dude, prison, been from a gang. That ain't got nothing to do with a man's inner survival, his instincts. It's real shit. If you walking across the street with your kid and it looks like a car ain't gonna stop, your instinct gonna say, grab your kid up, get out the way. Did you see what dude did when dude walked by after he telling him what he gonna do? He
You know when he looked when he did you hear him say Fax Donuts after that? Did you hear
what is
that?
that? I
He
don't know what
said
that
no.
is.
I'm saying he said to the camera, Fax Donuts. Now this is another streamer that people fuck with Infinity Circle. I actually talked to him yesterday. Donuts was in the chat saying Manny's walking by you, but he ain't gonna do shit. Finney says facts donuts.
So he telling Donut, see,
But I'm
sis,
just saying, that's what
more silly than serious.
that's what you have females warning him, be careful, because that's a female. Like, be careful, man. Like, guys and our egos, and I don't know what he was thinking off camera, but the ego on camera, he ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker, pussy, blah 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 blah. That's the ego
More
on camera.
silly
Hold
than
on. The
serious,
reason I
goober.
say this, I know how he thinks off camera. Now, it's a different personality on camera than off. Like the people he even started hanging around with. That's some camera shit. That ain't him in real life. You see what I'm saying? So you're right. And I'm not gonna lie for him. He enjoyed that was new to him. He even told me that. He felt famous.
There it
He's
go.
You know what I mean?
There it go.
They treated him like he was a god in these streets as far as the YouTubers. So
What?
now understand what I'm dealing with because me and Finney would talk. But what I always said to myself, I played football, I did this, I did concerts. I've been around this shit. You know what I mean? So how am I gonna tell a man who's happy as fuck with this newfound popularity to stop, even though I have to really press him to stop doing this, dude, and do something else. It ain't gonna
Okay, hold on.
happen.
We got another question.
It's not gonna happen. I
Men,
look like a hater.
Mendoa said, D.Ware, can you tell us what Manny told you when you spoke with him in Fremont years ago. Didn't you try to make peace?
I did make peace. Um, Manny, like I said, and this is even
So
before.
you made peace with Manny, but then told Finney to
No,
go after his finances.
do. If anybody, if you ask anybody, I always try to squash the beef before, you know, going the other way. Always in the beginning, try to squash the shit if I can. Always. So this was when everybody broke away from Manny. Manny, he started feeling the heat because the channel Urban AZ was taking some people away from him, which was me and other people. Um, he There's a circle, Clyde Circle, everybody hangs around. He felt like he owned that circle, like nobody could be over there filming. So while I'm not there, because it was Jose and Sarah, a female, and somebody that ain't gonna fight. Manny know he ain't gonna do nothing. You call him soft or whatever, goober, whatever the fuck. He ain't
No, I
fighting
ain't
unless.
calling him
But
soft
I'm
because
just saying,
I'm
this is a
listening.
guy that we know ain't gonna get violent. He's a nice guy. He ain't gonna fight. He just ain't. He's not gonna be confrontational.
Who not gonna fight?
This guy that would Manny approach and told him he can't be here, grabbed his
Ah,
shirt, touched him, did all kind of funky shit, fucked up shit. So now I step in and I'm like, yo, man, that shit ain't cool. They picking on these people, like take that shit to me, man. Leave them alone. So anyway, he felt the tension between me and him now. He knew what he was doing. So I'm out there one weekend and I'm with Sarah and the guy he was bullying or whatever you want to call it, bullying. Manny's the fucking bully. Manny comes up to
can't
me,
say Manny the bully though.
whatever. Manny was a fucking bully to motherfuckers. He's a
Bubbly's the
bully.
bully.
Huh?
Bubbly's the bully.
Okay. Manny's a bully too. So,
Bubbly, bro. She pressed him first.
and Manny pressed this guy Jose first.
Okay.
And Sarah. He pressed a female
Well,
5 in the
we don't
morning
know
by
what he did to
herself.
Sarah.
Manny's a
Jimmy
bully.
Jam says he used their beef as entertainment and tried to get off it. Once it got too heated, he tried to act like he had no part in it. I agree. I agree with that.
Keep sending them, Jimmy. I want to hear more.
I
Next
agree
time,
with
make
that.
it $10 though. That's you don't know me, so you can agree with whatever.
No, I'm just saying I agree, bro. Like, why you gotta
Okay,
get all
that's
out?
fine. I
Dog,
don't.
the Dallas Cowboys
There,
is my team.
if I was to bring Finney Shat in here, and some of them are in here, they would disagree with you. So it don't matter,
Well, bring them in here.
man. That this wasn't set up for that. You remember? I didn't even know we was going live, so I
No,
thought it
I
was gonna be
told you we was
recorded.
going live. It's gonna be me and you. I could have did a stream yard and
Right?
had the
It's fine.
exposures
Whack,
on stage.
whack, whack. It's fine.
No,
You
bro, I could have did a stream yard and had the exposures on stage, but I wanted to just keep it where
But
it's at.
you know if you did a StreamYard, all these people that's talking, they wouldn't have came in and said anything. You know that, right?
Who?
The people that's making their comments, on
No, I
StreamYard,
believe you saying
they
what's
could
this
actually
dude?
come in and say what they type in.
Jimmy Jams is saying like him?
Yeah, they just talking. And it's it's fine. That's what social media is for. I
Well, listen,
honestly I do the same shit. I go on TikTok and I troll and I do silly shit. It makes me
I
laugh.
don't think they trolling, bro, because you have
They
agreed with
trolling.
me.
They don't know me. They don't know the situation.
They know
They
your
they just
character
giving
and
their opinion. Hold
personality.
on.
Stop saying they
What they're
don't know
doing is
you,
giving
bro.
their opinion.
They know
So
your
Jimmy,
character
show
and
some
personality and
receipts.
your involvement in this situation.
Jimmy, show some receipts then. You see, everybody can talk. We can all say whatever. I can say, I got receipts and I got this, I got that, I got that. We can't fact check these motherfuckers. I
Yo,
can't go on here. I can't go on here and lie about my age and my money and all that because you can Google me. You can
no, but
Wikipedia
see,
me.
listen,
You
listen,
can't Wikipedia these motherfuckers.
listen. They're not talking about that. What they're talking about is what they seen you do. They seen what happened between the two. They knew
Right.
your involvement, what you admitted to doing, as
Right.
far as antagonizing and giving the dude the information on what to do. This is the things they talking about, bro.
That's fine. And if they want to blame me for the deaths, fine. Fuck Manny. Fuck Manny and Julie. I feel for the kids, but them two, I hope he fucking gets the electric chair. So what the fuck? I didn't like the motherfucker. I wanted to see the
Okay, and then
motherfucker
you
go to
use
jail.
somebody
I
else to
wanted to
fight
see
your
that
war.
motherfucker broken in jail. Period. I'm
And then
saying
you
it right
use
here on
somebody else
live.
to fight your war, right?
What? I didn't
Then
get nobody to fight my war. That
you
motherfucker
use
didn't want none of
defensters.
me.
You
That
use
motherfucker didn't want none of me. So
who?
it's like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna run up on him? What the fuck that gonna prove? I ain't gonna do
You were
shit.
scared of Manny.
But again, I
You were
told you,
scared of Manny.
I
That's why
didn't.
you didn't run up on him when he made bubbly.
Again, you can again that I didn't leave because of Manny. It was another streamer that I was going at it with. That's why I left. It wasn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't worth it. I'm not. Here's what I've learned from Suge incident, P Diddy, and other people.
What you know about Suge incident?
Here's what, dude. I've been in the industry. I know
What
people.
you know
So
about
I'm
Suge
not. We're not
incident?
getting into that.
Cause you
Here's what
capped.
I've
You don't
learned.
know nothing about Suge incident.
Okay, I know you used to drive or whatever for him. I don't
I
know
ain't
what the
never
fuck it
draw.
is.
Hold on,
Ain't
nigga.
that what they say online? You was
Now
his
you want to
driver.
play because you look
Hold
like
on,
a
Wack.
basic. You look
Ain't
like
that
a
what they say?
dope
You was his
now.
driver. Hold on,
Let's
Wack.
just
Did
be
you
real,
ever
cause
hear
you a
any
nigga.
voice tape?
Listen,
You gonna
listen.
let me get this
You a
off or
nigga that
not?
played for the
Wack,
NFL, but you broke as a
stop over
motherfucker.
talking, Wack. You gonna let
I'm
me
just
get this
no, cause
off?
you gonna correct that.
I'm just saying. You gonna let me
I
get
ain't
it
never
off
drove for
first?
no nigga, but
You
what you
you
did
gonna
was
let me
roll
get
the
it
bench
off?
for free.
See, that's what you do. You over
But
talk when
no,
you don't
you,
like
bro,
something.
you just sent the disrespect.
You let me finish. You
You
not
just
let me
sent the
finish my
disrespect.
point. Let me finish my point.
Listen, let me explain
Hold on,
something to you.
Wack. You gonna let me finish my
Little
point or
broke
we
ass
gonna end
nigga, let
this?
me listen. Let me show you something.
Wack, I got
No,
that
no, no,
same
nigga,
shit, Wack.
let me, nigga, this a back up.
I know
You
you
broke
got
ass.
money.
No, let me
See,
show you something.
this is
You
what people
broke ass.
do on
You's
the
a broke
internet.
ass nigga. No, no, I'm gonna be real. Like we
This
gonna play the
nigga.
game. You's a broke nigga. You see, nigga, this the fuck is you talking about right now, bro?
I don't see nothing.
Huh? You's a
I see
broke
some
nigga. You see what
cars.
that say?
I see some
Huh?
cars that
You see what
devalue.
that say? You see, fuck is you talking about, you broke ass nigga? Don't you ever disrespect me talking about I
I
used to drive for no nigga, nigga? Fuck
Whack.
wrong with you?
You gonna
You
let me
on here, you
finish
done
my
got your
statement?
homeboy
See,
smoke.
this is I
Nigga, you
know
done
this is
got
what
your
you wanted.
homeboy smoke.
Whack.
You got your home, his bust ass.
Whack.
He done got his coward ass, he got his wife smoked.
Fuck.
Nah, you went there, so we gonna go.
You
Now
didn't
you
let me
got whack
finish.
100. I'm
Keep
a
on. I'm gonna let
Mr.
you
Nice
finish.
Guy. You got your homie smoked because you was hating on Manny. Manny fired your punk ass. So you run over there to Finney. You tell Finney all Manny business. Finney go up on Manny. Manny get hot because he touching his business. You gave him the ins and outs on how to break him. He smoked this nigga. He maced his wife. You standing right there when he maced his wife. You don't do shit. That's buster shit. Coward shit. Let's just be real. Am I right or wrong?
I'm waiting till you
Am,
finish.
am I right or wrong? That's coward shit,
I'm gonna let you
right?
finish.
You didn't do nothing. You tucked your tail, nigga. You tucked your tail, didn't do nothing. Then you retreat and leave the nigga out there to get smoked. Let's just keep it real. I'm talking facts. You saying weird shit. Nigga, I ain't never drove for nothing but my woman and my kids and my trucking company. Suge owed me money. I buried that nigga's mama. I put him in hotels. Y'all dick ride a broke nigga. I met that nigga in 0203. Let's get the facts right. Now you's over there, you always seem to be in my shadows, working with the PDs when Wack calling in there. Like, come on, my nigga, like you just a little party promoter that got your homie smoked. And you on here smirking and smiling like it's funny. We all seeing it. You
It
ain't
is
tripping.
funny because you turning this into something else, and I wish people
You
told
went
me you
there
would. You
disrespectfully,
turned it in about
disrespect.
you
Your
again.
homie was a
This is what
your
you
homie was
do.
a
This is
goofus
all
mark.
entertainment.
Your homie was a
You
mark.
did the same shit
I
to
want you to
fucking
say it. I want you to
six
say
nine. He
Finney
did
was a
this to all
coward.
these motherfuckers. What
Say
next? We
Finney
gonna
was a
meet up and
coward.
fight?
Say
Is
Finney was
that
a
where it's
coward.
going?
Say Finney was a coward. Say it. The
Nigga,
nigga
you ain't
ran
gonna
on his
make me
wife.
say that
He
shit.
ran on his
But you gonna
wife.
let me finish saying what I was saying,
Nigga,
or
his
you gonna
kids
just
need to
keep?
know
Because
that
I
they
don't need
daddy
to
was
be
a
here. I
coward.
don't
He
need to
didn't
be
protect their
here.
mama.
I don't need to be here if this is where it's going.
Well,
If
nigga,
this
would
is,
then then put some respect on my name.
you
Don't you
let me
ever call
finish.
me a driver.
You let me finish. Why don't you let me finish?
Don't you ever call me a driver,
Dude,
boy.
stop that bully shit. That shit ain't gonna
Ain't
work
no
with me.
bully, nigga. You 6'5". Fuck is you
Right.
talking
So
about,
what? So
bully?
what's the end game? What you gonna do? You gonna come see
Fuck is
me?
you talking
You
about?
gonna come see me?
Coward ass talking about bully,
Exactly.
and you the
All you
one
do is
started it.
talk, whack. You
You
don't supposed to
started
see
it. You
nobody.
disrespected
Jesus.
me first, did you not?
My motherfuckers told me this shit was gonna happen. I wasn't
Did you
disrespecting
not
you if you would let me
disrespect me
finish what
first?
the fuck I was saying.
Did you not disrespect me first?
No.
Nigga, you looking like Mr. Window. Take
Nigga,
that
I'm
cap off.
telling you, if I
Take that
was,
cap off. I
listen,
take mine off. I ain't shaved in a couple days.
man, what?
Take
What?
it. Look
I
at that
like wearing
shit.
hoodies. What
Look
the
at you.
fuck?
Looking like Skeletor. Boy, you on the 100 side of the trenches. Now I'm finna pack your ass up. Now you finna get packed up. Take it off. As long as mine's off, take it off. Take it off. You a
Make me take it
smoker.
off.
You
Make
do
me take
perk.
it off.
You too powder. Look at you. You
Make me
on
take it
Fetty.
off, whack.
Are you not on Fetty? I know you gonna
Whack.
get off. I know
Whack.
you
I'm
gonna, cause
not
you
them
gonna
little
run
rappers you
like
be
you ran on
dealing
your
with.
homeboy. You ran on your homeboy the same way. Did you not? Left him for dead. Now you ain't gonna even look out for his kids. Let's be real. You started to disrespect.
One thing
Disrespect
I've
means
learned,
disrespect.
whack. Can I say something? Or is
I'm
this
just
gonna be
saying.
your show?
You talking about Suge. Suge's a coward to
But
me.
you ain't
Suge is
obviously
in jail because he was scared to fight. You don't know nothing about Suge. You capping.
you
You
gonna let
don't
me
know
finish? Can
shit
I
about it.
whack? Be quiet for 1 second,
You
please.
don't. I'm gonna be
Just be
quiet if
quiet for
you
one
admit you
sec.
left
Hold
your
on,
homie
whack,
for dead.
whack. Be quiet for
Okay.
one
I
second.
didn't
Let
want
me
to
say
say it.
something, then I'm gonna let you
Wasn't
go
you and
on.
Bubbly having an
I'm gonna
affair?
let you go on your little
Weren't you
tantrum.
and Bubbly having an affair? You was telling
You
Bubbly
good. I'm
all
gonna
the
say
little
you
stuff
good.
Kenny
The
was
numbers
doing
is going
behind
up.
his
It's
back?
working.
Wasn't you and Bubbly having an affair? Wasn't you and Bubbly
My
having an
dude
affair?
Zelly told me you would
Keep
do
it
this.
real. Wasn't you and Bubbly? You called me. I didn't call you. Wasn't you
You
and
right.
Bubbly having an affair?
Man, you going, dude,
That's
come
my
on.
point. We gonna leave it at that.
So you
Yeah, like
saying now
bro,
me and
we
Bubbly
can
was
get
having
hey,
an
we can get
affair.
back on the lane of respect, or we can stay with disrespect. I'm not
How
like your coward ass friend.
first of all,
I'm
first
geared
of
for
all,
all of it.
first of
Whatever
all,
lane you want to switch in, we can be respectful. We can say a prayer, or we can get the packing, or we can get ignorant. You went to the ignorant lane, so there it go. You did that, not me. And then now you doing what you did for that coward who got his wife on the line. You want to make excuses up for why I'm tripping and why you didn't do nothing for me to be tripping. That's crazy. If I called you the water boy of the Cowboys, you wouldn't have nothing to say? Was you the water boy?
but you didn't let me finish, whack. That's the
It
whole.
don't
This is
matter.
go,
It
whack.
don't matter.
This yeah, it does. It's going
It
where
don't matter. Was you the
if you
water
would have
boy?
let me finish, I
Hey,
guarantee
bro,
you, you
respect
wouldn't be
me,
this
bro.
heated right now,
You gonna respect me, bro, because listen.
dude. Hey, man, we established that before we got on here, man. So
Okay,
stop
then
that.
why then kill the
You know.
disrespect?
First of all,
Now, if you want to
hold
get
on. Let
back
me
in the lane
finish.
of
We
respect, we
established
can get
that.
back over there. Or
We
we can stay over here. It
we
don't matter to me.
established that. No,
I'm back on
we gonna get
Hundo.
back where we need to get back to because I
Okay,
came
that's
on here
cool.
for a
There we
reason.
go.
We
Keep all
established
that
that, but I'm gonna
driver
finish
bull
saying what I'm gonna
BS.
say
Don't
because
never
we can
approach me
whack.
like that.
We
Suge
me and
in
you
there
can
was
do this
blind in one
offline. If
eye,
this
running
whack,
around here dying from the
you're
virus.
not letting me
I'm
talk,
just
man.
saying, my nigga, like I don't know what's going on.
You're not letting me talk. You gonna let me
Okay,
talk?
okay, let's
Let
go
me
ahead
do
on.
this.
Keep it
Whack,
respectful.
whack. This
Keep it
D.Ware. Whack,
respectful.
whack. Let me finish.
Keep
I
it respectful.
apologize. That was not my intent. Let
Okay,
me finish. Now,
there you
what
go.
people
Let's
gonna
get to
do,
it.
here's what's gonna happen. Here's what people gonna take this as. And I said I was gonna stop with the back and forth on live. You did what you said. Like if you really feel that way, we can
No,
handle
you
it.
did
Hold
that,
on,
bro.
whack. You gonna let me finish? We can do that same stuff offline. A lot because what I've experienced, not saying this is you. What I've experienced, I have motherfuckers that as nowhere close to establish to what you have established. Talk crazier to me that online. So this shit
I
is like,
wasn't
dude,
talking
and we
crazy.
didn't
I
have
was
to go there.
talking
But
facts.
let me finish and say what I was gonna say.
Oh man, here we
Because you know, but because you know, let me finish and say what I was gonna say. My point was to say this. I said you drove for Suge, right? Didn't Where did that come from? It came from online. You seen that, right? You seen it online before. That's what I was gonna ask you, right? Have you seen that before? Somebody
Only
saying,
thing I see
honestly, Wax, just
online,
come on, answer the
only thing
question.
I seen
Have you seen
online,
somebody say that
this is the
before?
only thing I see
I'm
online.
not saying you did.
I'm gonna
I'm
tell you
asking
what I
you,
see online.
have
I
you
see,
ever heard
listen,
that
the
said
only
online?
time picture you got me in a vehicle with Suge is I'm in the
Listen,
passenger
that's
seat.
not my point. Whack,
Now, I'm gonna tell you what else
whack.
I seen
You
online. I see
remember,
a
I
sweet
called
looking
you.
dude, look
Whack,
like
I called you if
perks,
you remember.
yerks,
Stop it.
you on Molly, it look like everything. Your hair is blowed back.
Whack, what are
You
we
looking
talking
bad,
about? You back
man.
on this
You
now?
looking bad. I hope
You
you
gonna
ain't
let
going
me
to the
finish?
funeral this way. I thought we was gonna keep it
Here's
respectful.
what we gonna do because I'm not gonna do this online. All this you saying right now, we got each other's number. We gonna do that offline.
No,
We gonna
bro,
see if
hey,
you do that
listen.
offline.
Hey,
Cause
look,
I
bro, I
know
don't give a
people.
fuck about how
I know
tall
you
you
got a
is.
show right now.
I'll
This
run it with you.
okay. If you that
I
serious,
don't give a
cut the
fuck about
show.
none of that.
Cut the show and then say what you need to
Ain't
say to
no
me.
show. Nigga,
Or
you
whatever
look
the
like
fuck this is. We
Mumra.
on live.
You
Dude,
look
you
like
ain't letting me
Mumra. That
finish.
ain't no show.
This
That's
is
a
what you
fact.
want.
You
Look at the
got your
numbers go
homeboy
up.
killed. You got
Man,
your
come
homeboy
on.
on the lie, bro. You know, and you don't want to take responsibility for your actions, bro.
You off subject right now. I'm a
No,
finish with
that
the
is the
set.
subject.
You really that pissed
Pookie,
off?
that's the subject. You
You
keep
really that
saying
pissed off? You
disrespect.
really that pissed off over something I said?
Hey,
Honestly.
listen, bro. Listen,
Damn.
you told a lie. Was you the water
I
boy?
didn't you didn't let me finish.
Was you and Fetty? Huh?
You didn't let me finish,
Yeah,
dude.
you don't want to talk about that bubbly thing
Hold
because
on, hold on,
the
hold on.
content,
Come
the
see then why
content.
you now
Yeah,
now
you
you
know
sound
what you was
silly.
doing, nigga.
Now you
Yeah.
sound silly.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on, dog.
yeah,
This
yeah.
lady
You
is
know
this
you
lady has
hit
passed
bubbly. That's
away,
a
man.
fact.
Don't
You was telling Bubbly
whack.
everything Fetty was doing behind his back. Then
Whack.
whatever his
I'm
name
gonna
is.
get off if you're gonna go at bubbly. I'm getting
You
off. Come
went
on,
at
man.
Bubbly, not me.
Why even bring her name into
You went
this?
at Bubbly, not me.
All right, man.
Run,
All right. I'm
run,
not running. I'm just gonna let you
run,
talk.
run now. Run.
This ain't my stream, so you got
I'm
control
speaking.
of it.
I don't listen, bro. Listen, I'm on the 100 side, bro. It don't matter. I don't care. But you not finna come with disrespect and tell me I can't disrespect back. I'm only disrespecting you with the truth. You came there. Nigga, don't speak nothing slander my name
Let
and
me
think I
ask you
ain't
a
gonna
question.
fire back.
All right, let me ask you a question, Wack.
You did that.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Why would I call you to come out here and disrespect you?
You did it. Ask
Hold on.
yourself
When I
that.
want something from you.
Why would you tell that man to go at his finances and leave him for dead for him to get
So
unalive?
that's how I disrespected you. I'm talking about me
D.Ware should pay
disrespecting you.
for Funny and Bubbly's funeral. He stirred up the pot. That came from Streamer Killer.
You
Streamer
right.
Killer said that. Super chat.
So if
But
he said I
he
should
ain't gonna even look out for the kids. He already said he ain't gonna even buy him a honey bun.
come on, dog, stop it. Come on, man, for real. You bigger than this.
I'm
Stop
just
it,
being
Wack.
real.
Okay, that's your real for real. Come
You
on,
said
man.
you wasn't.
Dude, we too old for this. Wack, stop this.
You,
For real.
bro, you
We
playing
had
with
we had a
me.
good conversation offline.
You
You
went
didn't let me
there.
finish my statement.
I
I was
am
making a
whack
point.
100.
I'm making a point.
I came from the
You
hundred
obviously got
side, man.
triggered.
We ain't
You obviously
tolerating
got
no
triggered because I'm not gonna let this
disrespecter.
stream. Hold on, I'm not gonna let this stream
I got
get
my
away from my
grill warmed
purpose
around, nigga.
of
You
even
see how
coming on
fire
here.
my grill is? You think I'm finna let Mumra get at me like that? Fool, I'm He-Man. I'm protecting the castle of Grayskull by the power invested in me. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, Mumra. You know how this shit go. Kyla Redman, so is your mama. We share that in common. But you did that. For the record, I ain't never been nobody's driver, but Precise Auto Transport and Wagoner's Trucking. I
You
did
didn't
drive
let
that.
me finish, man.
Go ahead.
My point was to say, if you let, did you see that anywhere online? Somebody saying that you drove for Suge. No, that's never been said. You've never seen that.
You ever heard Suge say it?
I'm not asking that. That's not what I'm
Have
asking.
you ever heard Suge say it? As much as we go back
No,
and
but
forth, you
why?
don't
Why
think,
can't you answer the question? I'm
you
not
don't think,
why.
hey, listen,
See, you're not.
as much as we go
You
back
won't
and
let me
forth, let me
talk.
ask you a question. You say you got a brain. As much as me and Suge go back and forth, you don't think he would have revealed that?
I'm not saying you drove from Suge. I'm asking you a question about have you ever heard
As
that?
much, okay, somebody told me you part of the community. Is that real?
No, listen, I'm
Should
asking
I
you.
say it?
Right.
You know
But
you was hitting
you don't
bubbly,
get my
so we know
you're
you
throwing
buy.
the whole thing. You I don't know if you
Or you
planned this or
buy?
this is how you do. I've
I'm
seen you
just
do
saying.
this
No, bro,
before.
you starting it. See, that's
Eh,
crazy.
eh,
You
Okay,
started
so
this.
I didn't
Can
start it
you
because you
agree
didn't
that
let me
you
finish.
started this?
I didn't start it because you didn't let me
You
finish.
changed the tempo.
My point was to say that probably is not true, but motherfuckers say it. Motherfuckers say whatever they want to say
Break it
from
down
what
like a
they
64
see.
Chevy.
Hold on. From what
What
they think
side?
they see. That's my point. But you don't want to go there. You want to do this other shit. So that's
No,
fine.
bro, at the end of the
Here's
day,
what I
you
would
said it. You
appreciate you
know how the
do,
way
man.
you said it.
Like I said, I came on here to honestly hope you would push the GoFundMe, support that shit
I
for the
am pushing
kids
the GoFundMe. You
and
didn't
that
say it.
man and just
You never
correct some
mentioned the
shit. Give
GoFundMe. The other dude mentioned it.
give the real backstory about Finney. Trying to
And
prove
Fitty was
trying to
bald.
prove a point with you.
Okay, let me
Maybe
ask you something.
I went off I shouldn't have said that. I didn't know that shit was gonna spark you.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah, we
me.
get off back.
Trust me.
See, we
Why?
get back off fast. See that reaction? If
No.
Fitty would
Stop.
have had that in him, he might be still here. We fast.
Stop. Because that's not the purpose I came here for. I
I mean,
did that
you
shit.
you went there.
I didn't go there. Whack, you didn't let me finish. It doesn't make sense for me to ask you, can I do this? We cool and you say yes, this is how we gonna do it, da da da.
You bro,
Then
you
for me
went
to come
there.
insult you, I'm just saying, you read that wrong, and that's
No,
fine.
I heard it right.
You heard what you heard and it caused a reaction. I get it. Fine, okay. I apologize. I was trying to make a point.
Apology accepted.
People
Now,
say shit.
apology
People
accepted.
say shit that ain't true. And that was about to be my point. Anybody can say anything on social media. I'm sure you had shit said about you that ain't true, right?
Every day.
Thank you. That was my fucking point, man.
That wasn't your point.
Period. It was my point.
No, you
Cause
said
no, that was my
you
point.
was whoop de whoop driver, wasn't you?
You
That's
didn't let me finish. You right when I said that, you crashed in. But that's fine,
yeah,
man.
but see,
It
some
happened. It
maybe some of
happened.
you civilians. Let me ask
It
you something.
happened. It happened. Man,
When you
maybe I
jump in,
should have
hey,
used my
when you
words
jump in
different.
the when you jump in the lion's cage, do you do a bunch of jumping around, or are you real like cautious?
Me, I just talk. It ain't. I don't. Oh, you talking about in the lion's cage?
You cautious, or
I'm
you just
cautious as fuck.
okay? Well, I'm pretty sure you understand my capabilities and what I can do, what I can't do. So if you choose to want to jump around, hey, you know what crisscross said.
Here's what I'm gonna say to that. Like I say, I know your rep.
I adjusted what's in front of me,
Let
bro.
me. Like I said, I called you. Whack. You know how many people got called, hit me up for interviews? I called you. I thought you was the biggest. Hold on, let me finish. You was
Hey,
the biggest
bro.
platform, and what you said, I'm
Hey,
like,
bro.
that ain't right.
Listen and listen. At the end of the day, you don't want to keep it real,
What am
Finney,
I not keeping it real about?
because you keep wanting to say it was Manny's fault. To every action comes a
So what we
reaction.
want to say, I should say it was my fault. Is that what we trying to get to?
I say you
I
started
had
the
a part in
topic.
it. I'm not running from shit. I didn't like Manny. I'm not running from none of that shit. I told y'all, if I was out there, he would have probably went at me first. Period. Everybody told me that. Glad you wasn't out there. Glad you had to get your surgery and all this shit. Cause you would have been out there. I would have been out there.
So
He would have came at me first,
so
probably.
you saying this whole thing was just on Manning and Manning was the ignorant one and that's it.
I
Benny
don't really.
Benny
You know why
Benny
I came
played
on
no
here? I
part.
came on here to talk about Finney and how
They
you had the
both
wrong.
played a part.
You had
Benny
a
was
wrong.
not
No.
innocent.
I'm not saying Finney didn't play a part, man. I'm not. I ain't gonna argue with that.
Manny
Finney's gone, man.
overreacted.
Here's the thing. Finney
Manny
and Bubbly's
definitely
gone.
overreacted. He
You
shouldn't have been in this podcast game if he didn't know how to take it with a stride and keep moving. And Finney kept poking the bear. He thought it was a game. He was more silly than serious. He didn't know how to he was at a chessboard making checker moves. This is a fact. Nobody was right. and everybody was wrong in their own way. That's the way I see it. Now, if you saying Manny was all the way wrong and Finney was right, then you being biased.
Did I ever say Finney was 100% right?
You can't because you helped him get to where he was at.
Exactly.
Boom, there you go.
But the only reason we're saying this is because Finney is gone. We no one's looking at shit until it happens. We're not saying, man, we're not thinking ahead like that. No one's thinking ahead like that. You might be like, hey, you know how shit go down. He ain't gonna fight you. So
You
you
already
might wanna
said
what
that.
hold on. Right. So you honestly think, let me ask you this. You honestly think if Finney thought Manny was gonna put a gun out on him and Bubbly, he would have went out there like that? Honestly.
Okay, hold on. Alex Clark. What you didn't ask my question. Ask D.Ware about Manning and the old man incident. I don't know what that is.
Manny and his crew pushed the old man down. Dude was bleeding from the head. They sat there and watched him bleed. And then he looked in the camera and said the dude fell. And it was clear that he got pushed.
So y'all know dude be on some BS.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't you tell your man, hey bro, you going to this dude backyard, trolling and antagonizing, ain't no telling what he might do. He already done made sure what girl she'd have been hit in the head. He talking about what he'll do to you. Like, come on, bro.
But how do you know these conversations ain't been had by brothers, mom, me? How do you know that?
I'm asking you. You said
These
the mama was
conversations
right
have
along
been
with
had
him.
with him. Before he went out there, people told him not to go.
I'm talking about you. You the one told him to
I've
go.
had my conversations with him. The man, listen, like I said, I had my conversation with
Are
him.
you your
I ain't
brother's
his
keeper?
daddy. I ain't his
Are
mama.
you your brother's keeper?
I ain't his daddy or his mama.
Are you your brother's keeper?
I ain't whatever everybody
G
thinks I
Money.
should be to him.
G Money. Are you your brother's
You see what
keeper?
I'm saying? I don't know
Are
what that
you your
means.
brother's keeper, G Money?
Your brother's keeper might mean something totally
Are
different. So
you your brother's keeper, G Money?
explain that to me.
G Money. Are you your brother's keeper?
Explain it to me so I can
There are
answer it.
dues and debts to those before you. So you must remain a stronger warrior for the ones to follow. The mission is to move forward. To get there means not to know how far to go, which means you don't give up on your brother. G Money, are you your brother's keeper?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not his. I'm not his
There
keeper.
you
No,
go. You wasn't a real
no.
friend then. You was conditional.
We was
You stood
we was
around for
get
the clout.
we was friends, but we wasn't like that. I didn't know Finney for 20 years or nothing like that. He has a best friend that was on his panel with him. That's Zelly. Me and I can't claim we was best friends.
Where
We
was
was
Zelly?
getting
Who was
there.
that? Who else was out there with him?
So no, I'm if that's your definition of brother's keeper, that ain't me. That wasn't me.
At least you told the truth. You ain't no friend then.
I mean, that's your definition. So that's not gonna change how I feel about him or how they felt about me or he felt about me. So, like I said, just because you say it don't mean it's stamps. Like that, this social media shit is a joke.
It's not a joke.
It is a joke.
Well, your friend that's really not your friend,
I
but he
just
didn't
hate
know
that
it.
you're saying it.
He didn't know it is unalived.
Because there's another streamer saying the same crazy shit, never heard him, and it's like, okay,
Your friend that's really
don't
not
know
your friend.
Finney.
Do you know that Finney died thinking you was his friend and he would never know that you really was not his friend?
Dude, you twisting this shit.
You just
This shit
said
is
that
crazy.
right now. I know you told that dude on the phone
No, I
at some
told you I
point in
wasn't his
time,
keeper. I said I wasn't his keeper. I didn't say I wasn't his friends. Now we probably got totally different definitions
and you
of what
said you
friends
play
are.
professional football.
We probably got definitions of what friends are. People think they got friends
If you
online.
running down the field,
I don't
if you
consider
running down the
somebody that I
field,
haven't met in person a
if you running
friend.
down the field and the defender is coming out the man to the right of you with the ball,
Man,
are you
all
gonna
right,
get out
Wack.
the
Hey,
way?
Wack, do me a
Or you gonna
favor.
sacrifice your body so the guy
Wack,
with the ball on your team
Wack,
could have forward progress?
Wack, can we do this, man?
I'm just being real.
All right, I got you.
This is natural instincts.
Is there a way we can push the GoFundMe out there? Is there, you put it in
Yeah,
the link
where
or
is
something?
that?
Huh?
Where's that? I promoted all week. I got
Hey,
no jumper tomorrow.
uh,
Send it to me. I
um,
have them. I have them
football
put it in
nerd, you
the.
still in here? Nah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm
Now,
hold on.
let me ask you something.
I'm gonna
Should we
stay here.
also
I'm here. I'm here.
should we
Get your
also
get
promote attorney fees for Manny?
get your stuff off. Hold on. Let me get you this first.
Text it to me.
I am.
I'm gonna
I
promote it
gotta
on
find
No
it.
Jumper and everywhere else. Put it up on my channel, Clubhouse on the 100 side all week. Now, what if Manny people call me and ask me to promote raising money? Should I ignore that?
Shit, that's your choice.
I'm asking you, my brother. Should I ignore
I
it?
got no comp. That's your choice. Like
I'm
honestly,
asking you, what do
that's
you
on how
want me
you
to
feel
do, my
about the
brother?
situation.
I'm gonna honor
Why would you
whatever you
ask me
tell me.
that? You gonna do what you do. This is
I'm gonna
you.
honor what you tell me. What you want me to do? Acknowledge it or disregard it.
If it's the kids, I would acknowledge it. That's what I would do. I feel bad for the kids.
But if it's attorney fees for
If
him,
it's nope,
disregard it. All right.
disregard them.
That's what I'm
If
gonna do.
you, huh?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
But send me the link. I'm gonna promote
I
it
am.
everywhere.
I got so many motherfuckers texting me talking about whack is like y'all motherfuckers are silly. That ain't my purpose. I'm not doing that shit no more.
I'm gonna promote it all week. I'm gonna promote it until they got it. How much they need?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. I gotta find this text. Jay, where the fuck you at?
I'm gonna send it to Ray J right now. I'm gonna make him put it on his Twitch. I'm gonna send it to DDG, make him put it on his Twitch. I'm gonna contact Academic, make him put it up on his live. I'm gonna show you what a brother's supposed to do, my brother. Now run it.
All right, you got it. Let me see how much they need.
Fight for two funerals.
26K. They got 13 raised.
13 what? 1,000 raised?
Yeah.
Yeah, 26K is a deal. That mean the funeral home is giving them some love. Cause
Yeah,
it
I
costs
think
about 20.
they got some love on the bodies
It
being
costs about 20 to bury one. I know I've been burying
transferred
all
out
the time.
there. No, they gonna need more than that. That's just I'm sure they didn't want to like overwhelm, put too much on there and make people be like,
KO Hustle said it looks like you used Finney to get at Manny. Hashtag chess. That's what he said.
people just don't know Finney to say that. Finney is a that's so fucking funny. Finney gonna do what Finney wanted to do.
He seems
If
like he's a silly dude. He
you
gonna
know, whack. Does anybody tell you what to do?
yeah.
No, I'm actually like, hey, I want you to go do this, go fuck with dude, and just because
No.
they told you to.
No, people are asking me could I assist them in something.
Right, but you
And
weigh it
I
out,
jump
right?
in fights. If my people is riding, I'm riding with them. It
But
just
you weigh it out though, right? You kind of like, man, I ain't doing that shit or whatever. You think
yeah,
about
yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah. Oh
don't
yeah,
do it.
definitely, definitely.
Okay. He just don't do shit that's being told to him. And you can ask his best friend that. You know what I mean? I wish Zelly was here. You
You
can
got a
ask him
picture
that.
of Finney and Bubbly. What's her real name, bro? I don't like
I got
calling
a
her
lot of
names.
them. When we get done with this, I'm gonna send you all
Yeah,
that
send
shit.
me a picture with them together so I can have my girl create something with the thing. We're gonna push it.
I'm gonna send you all that stuff when we get done here. You'll have everything. But if there's any questions in the chat,
Any questions
it's
in the
your show.
chat
Go
y'all
ahead.
got for D.Ware?
Ask me some questions, Whack. Ask like. Go
Bro,
ahead.
I feel like you understand and know that you don't want to say it. That
No,
dude got
Ask me.
he got what he was. Do you feel he got what he was looking for?
No. Here's the cold part about it. Here's what I'm gonna say. I thought was a cold part, and since everybody want to keep it real. Some things I was gonna talk about my opinion because opinions, like I say, shit sticks. And I know the family looks at this shit. And I don't want them, they already fucked up. So they don't need me saying some shit that might go against what they think about their son or just because it's my opinion or what I know. But I'm going to be real with you. What fucked me up when he started shooting Finney. That didn't fuck me up the most. That fucked me up. But when he came back and shot Bubbly, that
But
fucked
you
me
didn't
up.
see that. Is it a video? I
That
didn't.
fucked me up. Like I thought he was gonna spare her. Like, okay, I'm just at Finney. Bubbly's been disappeared from this shit from the longest. I'm just gonna get this motherfucker. Then I kind of like, I'm not gonna say I
Did
get
you
it.
know he shot her? Because I didn't know originally.
Yeah. She saved, now, this is what's been told to me. He saved 2 bullets for her. Now I'm like, damn, really? He gave her 2. And then I guess he was done. I guess he only had
Where'd he
7
hit her at?
in the head.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know where the other one was. I'm just, like I said,
Backpack Yon
I
said.
didn't ask the family. I didn't want to ask them none of that shit.
Backpack Yon said sleeveless hoodie is some real freaky stuff, buddy. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Man.
So I
This
couldn't
same shit they
tell.
doing on your shit, I would get
Look,
on
I
Finney's
couldn't
channel.
tell that he had shot her because when he was shooting him, it looked to me like she went to his aid. I thought I heard her say, "Are you serious?" And she advanced in that direction.
She was
Now,
shocked. She was in shock.
no, I get that, but I didn't know. I heard boom, 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 pause, boom, boom. Then I think the phone might have dropped, but I didn't know if she. I didn't know she was shot till the next day because I couldn't. I didn't know if he had hit him until they said he hit him because we didn't see it unless there's other footage out there y'all seen. Only footage I saw was his actual live. I didn't
Right.
see if some, and I'm pretty sure some more footage floating around here. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see like him actually getting hit and him turning the barrel. So I hear somebody shooting. I don't know. I know it's him blazing, but I don't know if dude busting back. I didn't know. So um they gonna definitely get. Do they do death penalty in Nevada? Yo, chat, Google that. Does Nevada do the death penalty? I've never heard of nobody going to the chair in Nevada. Football nerd said there was footage of her on the ground. Would you go
Yeah.
to court for the family? They asking. Wavy Little Lee.
If they asked me to.
Um, D.Ware, was you watching the live?
Nah, I was asleep.
Okay,
Actually, I wasn't asleep because it happened at 10:30. I was watching something on TV. I
they
didn't.
definitely got the death penalty in Nevada.
I stopped looking at that stuff. It's just, it was, shit was silly to me. It got silly.
They might do it with this one because this is on the strip. They ain't. When the last time somebody been gunned down on the strip? Tupac, and I was in the middle of the street. Could y'all Google that chat? When the last time somebody got um, gunned down on the strip? They ain't gonna play no games about this, bro.
Hey, the chat loving you. They probably, I'm sure a lot of them were subscribed because I noticed some of them from Finney's channel. I don't know how they found this, but I'm sure they're subscribed.
Saying is, I don't think it's ever been a double murder on the strip. Now I kind of actually I gotta remember, correct myself, but it wasn't the strip. The white dude shooter from the um what hotel is that? The Delano or the remember he was shooting at the concert, the white boy. But that wasn't directly on the strip. You remember, dude? He shot all them people
You
out
talking
the
about that
hotel.
on Mandalay Bay?
Yeah,
He was at,
Mandalay.
Yeah.
Um, how much time did they give him?
Shit, he had to get the death penalty or something. He done. It ain't no way they just gave him 10 or 20 years.
How
He
much
had to
time?
get
Can y'all Google the Mandalay Bay shooting? How much time the shooter got? Chat.
he had to get life for the death penalty. Ain't no way how he getting off on that?
Oh, they say he died. He's dead.
Oh,
Oh, he killed. Oh, he killed
oh
himself.
yeah, that's right. He did. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something where it gives us a guide to what they might do. Now, it is 2 black people that was unalived. I don't know if that's a factor, but the fact that he did this on the strip, they gonna make an example out of it. That's a fact. That's a fact. I would think you would get your last dose of antagonizing in and go to the courtroom. 600 does it every time Big U go to court.
I ain't you. I ain't whack 100.
No, not me. 600. I don't do it.
Oh, 600. Well, I ain't 600.
I only go to court to support people. Yeah. R.I.P. Kenny Clutch. Who's Kenny Clutch? That's Penny. Is Kenny Clutch Penny?
Nah,
Oh, okay. They said good dude. R.I.P. Kenny Clutch. He's a good dude.
let, let me say something to the chat because y'all don't know me, but I'm gonna let y'all in on something.
Who is Kenny Clutch, bro?
I have no idea. What is he saying?
Oh, Kenny Clutch got killed. He from KC and crashed on the strip. Okay.
So what y'all don't know, me and Wack will probably talk after this or the next day or something. It'll probably happen. And the shit he did, it don't it don't bother me. He got upset. He said what he had to say. That's how he is. I already
No,
know that
I,
from
no,
looking.
I responded.
Right. He respond however you want to say. He did what he did. I was somebody told me to expect that. I've seen him do it to other people.
Expect
Cool.
what?
I've seen
I
you
was.
go off on other people online.
I go off or I react.
Right. That disrespects you. So let me just finish.
There it go.
I had a female, and the people that be on Finney's channel, her name is Yoli, the one that Julie got in the fight with when the pepper sprays in her. She came at me twice as hard as probably Whack. Everybody was in the chat. D.Ware got cooked. You lost. It's like, what did I lose? Like, it's a part
Listen,
of the shit. And I'm not, I accomplished what I wanted to
hold
accomplish.
on, D-Ware. We got the facts. The facts is Finney got addicted to the clout.
I
You
agree.
gave you gave him the blueprint to how to kill Manning's money. Y'all took about 100,000 a year from him, super chats alone,
I
right?
ain't take shit. Don't say y'all.
No,
Come on. Don't say y'all. This is what I'm
bro,
saying.
when you
Let's
told
say
him
this
how to
right.
kill his
I
money,
didn't get a dime from Finney. I actually donated money to his channel. So let's
okay,
not say that.
when you told him how to kill his money, you contributed to that.
But you're saying as if I got money that was coming
If
in.
you wouldn't have never gave dude the blueprint, the killing of the money wouldn't have happened.
Are you really saying that's a blueprint? Like really? Like that's a secret?
You told him, yo, this is what you need to do.
That's
Tap
like
in.
me saying, dude, hit him with a few lefts and do this. Like if people don't know that, then come on, man. That ain't no secret. Yeah, I put it in his
Ty Baby
ear.
said D-Ware tried to get her also to go after Manning. Get her who, Ty Baby? Who they talking about? Who they,
See, the
who?
thing is, here's what the thing is. The narrative about me is I'm the puppet master. All these streamers or everybody that don't like Manny, I'm paying them or I'm setting them
Because he
up or I'm
followed
putting it
your
in their
lead.
ear. Huh?
He
Yeah,
followed your lead.
everybody's following my lead. Why would they follow my lead? Answer me that.
For
Why
whatever
would you think?
reason,
Why would you think these people would follow my lead? Who am I?
who you or whoever he thought you was to him,
You
he
know what
must
I'm
have
saying? Who am
respected you.
I to these people? Why would they follow my lead?
So
I'm
you,
just
so you don't want to own up to your part. A minute ago, you did.
no. Listen to what I'm saying. They saying anything, anything bad that happens to Manny, I had something to do with it. Like Manny didn't bring this shit onto himself. So the 1,000 people that used to watch him, let's say 900 went over to Finney. That was all D.Ware's doing, not Manny's doing. You see what I'm saying? And if y'all want to think I'm that fucking powerful to do that shit, fine. Fuck it, I'll take it. If I'm not powerful to be the puppet master on Feeny and all these streamers, y'all next gonna tell me graphic one. I started that shit with when Manny came after him. I had something to do with that. I mean, y'all go ahead. Like I don't. I can turn the internet off. You know what I mean? So, which I have. So this is actually fun to me, to be honest. This is entertaining to me.
Backpack Yarn says again, don't trust nobody wearing a sleeveless hoodie. That's what he said. I don't know.
Right. So
You know, you must know
am I
these dudes.
supposed to prove something to backpack?
No, I'm just telling you
You
what he
know what I'm
said.
saying? No, that's fine. You reading the super chats. I get it. I dealt with this shit on Finish Town. They did the same shit. It's
So you do accept responsibility for your part.
if
Even though you didn't tell him to go to Vegas, let's make this clear. You didn't tell him to go to Vegas. You told him about 3 months ago, it ain't going nowhere. You may want to pull back. Um, I'm thinking you may have gave him warning that this stuff is getting kind of serious. Did you or you didn't? You didn't think
all
Manny was
that is true.
okay. Um, but at this point in time, you want to place all the blame on Manny as if
Are you asking me that or are you saying that? Is that a statement? Is that a fact?
I'm saying, like, I place blame on both of them, all of them. I think the wife kicked it off when she approached him. I think Manning overreacted and he shouldn't have been in this game. He should have just checked out and changed up his format, did something different. And I think then he got addicted to the clout and didn't know when to stop.
See, I just say we live in a different world because I don't believe they both deserve to be killed like that. Be killed, be
I
unalive.
didn't say they deserved. I'm
Okay,
telling you
say
what
what you said. You said all of them had a party. What? Say,
I
repeat
think.
that then.
Then his wife, Bubbly, initiated, kicked it off because she didn't stay in her place and getting stopped getting man business. I think Manny didn't know how to handle it and he should have checked out and got away from it and did something different. And I think Finney got addicted to the attention and the clout and didn't know when to stop. He didn't know a limit.
Okay, I agree with that.
And I think all them contributing factors led to 3 lives being taken, 2 permanently, 1 physically, far as freedom, and probably a host of children without both parents or a parent. We got 2 fathers and a mother that's gone.
Whack. Here's what,
And
and this is
you struck the first match.
and this is my opinion. Manny actually struck the first match, but this is my opinion.
No, Finney's wife struck the first match.
No, it happened. This shit between me and Manny. What I'm saying, when you say I'm involved, my beef or whatever, it wasn't even a beef because people that beef don't live stream. You can't live stream and have a real beef. So the issues between Manny and Manny started way before Finney. Period. So that
Wait,
people
wait,
want
wait,
to,
wait.
huh?
All these brothers was Israelites?
Who you talking? What you talking about?
They said, and it's all Israelites that it happened to. Penny was an Israelite?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna say something before I forget.
Go ahead.
This is my opinion. I guarantee you, some of the people in here, football nerd, and I see him. If anybody else in here from Finney's channel, y'all tell me if you agree with me. If you would have met Finney be- beyond all this shit, y'all would have got along. I'm just
Who?
telling you. You and Finney would probably be friends. You don't. That's what my point is. All you know is what you see. Fine. That's all you have to go off of. My opinion. If you and him were to run into each other or whatever, just happen to y'all would get along.
They say Manning is a northern kingdom. Bubbly and Finney is southern kingdom. That means Manning wasn't Mexican. He must have been Puerto Rican or Dominican. Yo, the chariot man. But what nationality or race was Manning?
I think he's
Oh,
Mexican, but shit,
oh,
I don't know.
Mexicans are Northern Kingdom Israelites. I got to check with that with my Israelite teacher, Captain Tazariak. I don't know. I gotta double check. Okay, is is Mexico? Is that one of the 12 tribes of Judah? Captain Tazariak, if you in the chat, let me know. Manning was Chicano Mexican American. Was Manning from Southern California? I, that's all there is to it. D.Ware, they call you instigator.
Call
Yeah,
me
they
whatever
from the
the
tribe of Issachar. I've heard Captain Tazariak mention that name. All right. All right, the cap just tapped in. He confirmed it. No disrespect. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna say it. Gabar Yala Yasha Rala. I think I'm saying it wrong, but I always confirm with Captain Tazariak because I trust what he tells me and teaches me when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites. Issachar, okay. I've heard Cap say that. So that they were all Israelites, brother. Did you know that?
nah.
Manny was an Israelite, Bubbly was an Israelite, and Finney was an Israelite. They were all Israelites. Yo, Cap, did none of y'all know what was going on? Could nobody step in? I ain't like the Israelite. But see, Cap represent the ISUPK. They move a little different. They discipline is a little different internally. So I don't really know what I'm gonna ask Cap on Clubhouse what's going on with that. Nah, he ain't saying they all black or brown. He's saying that they were all Israelites. They're Israelites because of race. So you ain't saying they practicing Israelites.
They want you to turn up again, Whack.
No, nah, brother, you don't understand. It's a brother on my side of the clubhouse called Captain Tazariak. You should go check his YouTube page out. Very educated, very intellectual brother. Real talk. He's taught me about a lot of these things. This is no troll. He represents the ISUPK. This is a fact. Oh, they wasn't practicing Israelites. He's saying they're Israelites by race. Okay, I see what you're saying. Got you. That means the other politics wasn't there. See, you thinking negative, brother. See
Who?
that? You talking about they want me to turn up.
No, I'm just reading the chat.
Gabar not
I'm
being
reading the
honest.
chat
Wait,
right
wait.
now. The
Gabar,
chat's the funniest
Gabar,
shit.
hold on. Gabar, Cap say you not being honest, brother. D.Ware and Nurse Viv trying to plot, but they know that's some bullshit you talking about. How so, Cap? Cap, Gabar say how so? D-Ware sit down, whack. When is the Mac B paperwork coming? His brother, I forget his name, mailed it. But when it get to me, I gotta check in with my guy, man. I got a guy I'm very close to from the East Coast. I gotta see what he want me to do with it. Cap, get on live. He can't. So my thing to you is, are you done? Are you finished? You retired from this? You not doing no more streaming? Or in the name of Finney, you gonna pick up the torch and keep running?
No, I'm not doing it myself. Other people are. His friend Zelly and some other cats that was involved with him are going to pick up the torch or whatever.
So Cap, us black natives and Latinos aren't Israelites? Gabar? I don't know if you want to do that with Cap. They don't call themselves Israelites. It's like when we say blacks and Hispanics are Israelites. He's right. What Cap is saying, he corrected me and said, yes, Hispanics or Mexico, something like that, was one of the 12 tribes of Judah, right? But he's saying these people, particularly Kabar, aren't considered Israelites because they're not practicing Israel. I'm not an Israelite, right? So that's what he's saying. Thank you, brother, because I've done a piece on it and just waiting for you so I can confirm it on my channel. I don't know what he's talking about. All right, so listen, other people are gonna get on their live stream. What they gonna do? They gonna bash Manny?
No, they ain't doing that. Manny gone. Manny's done. There's no need to.
No, I know it ain't. Nah, I think it's one last
I
hoorah.
mean, it's
I
organically
think they
people.
should get on that channel and update the people about what's going on in the tribe.
Yeah, they gonna do that type of shit, but it ain't gonna be no. From what I understand, it ain't gonna be none of that. Like just bagging on him or Julie or none of that shit. Um, you got to remember they would react off videos of Manny and them. There's not gonna be any videos to react off of now. Manny's in jail, so it. I don't even think the shit's gonna work because the shit worked because Manny was giving them content to talk about. There's not
All
gonna
right,
be
here
any.
we go. Alina K, you know this person?
I don't know any of these people.
She said, no matter what, D.Ware is not responsible for Manny's final decision. Whack, Manny is from Salinas, California. I knew he was a goober. He's probably second generation. Oh, no, not Manny. Manny's from Salinas, California. He probably second generation Mexican American, born here in the USA. Manning has to be accountable. Oh, yeah, they're going to hold him accountable. He from Salinas, so he like a norteño. El Norte, 14 Rifa.
Anybody that's in Finney's camp or on Finney's side or just period that would keep that shit going is, I would say, is a dummy. If this hasn't taught anybody a lesson, it's
They
like,
said you spend money to push the hate.
of course. But anyway, anybody that would continue
Of
that
course, are
after
you waving that off or you embracing that? You admitting that?
no, I'm not embracing that. Come on, man.
No, they say you was,
Yeah, I know. How much money y'all think I got? Y'all think I got
brother,
money
we
like that?
all have done it. When
What?
600 and everybody was going at Big U, I played a part and antagonizing the man as well, bro. So did you
What was
play
the
a part
question
or
then?
not?
Hold on. What was the question? What was they saying?
They said, what Jay said, let me find it. You spent money to antagonize Manning right along with him. You pushed him to do it. D-Ware spends money to push hate.
Like, what do I spend money on to push hate? Couldn't I just come out my mouth? I got to spend money to do it. Who asked that question?
This man reminds me of Littlefinger from Game of
What did
Thrones.
I
I don't
spend
know what
money
that
on?
is.
It's crazy the things people say online.
Manny and Julie abandoned their kids to party. I don't know. D-Ware definitely be pulling some strings behind closed doors. That's the Israelite brother Gabar.
Right. I mean, if they think I'm a mastermind like that, I guess so. People gonna think what they think. I'm not here to change their thinking. Everybody got an opinion, so they're
Even
entitled
if
to their
you broke,
they're entitled to their opinion.
so you don't think you played you did no manipulation in this
Didn't you
situation.
ask me that already?
Okay, brother, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, if what I've already told you and agreed to. If that's manipulation, then call it what it is. I
Did
didn't
you
like
buy
Manny.
Finney the laptop to do
I
the
did
live
not
streams?
like Manny. You
Did you
understand
buy
that?
Finney the laptop, brother?
Nah, I see where we.
Did you buy Finney the laptop?
If he would have asked me to, I would have.
Why
But
you
no,
laughing when I
I
asked
didn't
you the
have to.
question,
Because
brother?
it's funny though. That's funny because the people that know the money was donated for him to get a new laptop. I
Did
didn't
you
have to
push the
buy him one.
donation?
But I guarantee you, if he
How
asked me
much did
to,
you donate?
Finney got his own money. Y'all do realize? Do you? Let me tell you something about
Boxing
Finney.
Legend said you funded.
Finney got a good 9 to 5, had a good 9 to 5, and so did Bubbly. Finney had moved in a
They
brand
said
new.
you set up a non-profit to fund it all.
Finney, that's funny.
Did you
Finney
set up
had
a
let me say something to you, Wax. You got to let me talk. Finney had just moved into a brand new 6 bedroom, big ass house, probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Finney got his own money. The one thing I liked about Finney, he ain't never asked me to borrow no money for shit. Out of all the people I know me or friended me, motherfuckers that don't ain't never met me. I need.
Gabar said you
Can I
walked
get
Finney
this?
into the process
That's one thing I'm
of
gonna give
how to
Finney
take
props
Manny's
on.
channel down. You got Manny's channel pulled down?
Who, me? If they want to give me that, if they want to give me those props,
So you saying you never had a conversation with Finney on how to do this and why to do it and
I
what to use to do it?
I can't get Manny's channel pulled down. Anybody,
No,
you know
brother,
YouTube.
brother,
Come on.
brother. I want you to look in this camera and tell us you didn't have this conversation with Finney about how, what's there, and the procedures, and telling him to get that channel taken down.
You sound like a lawyer right now, but no,
You cannot keep him smirking.
because you sound like a lawyer right now, which is cool. It's practice for me.
Nigga,
But
you
go
know how
ahead,
much
keep
money
asking
I
the
spent on
questions.
attorneys?
You know what attorneys do? They put a statement out there. They're really not asking a question. They're putting it
Was
out there so the
ultimately led to
jury.
a murder,
They're
said
putting
Gabar.
it out there for the jury to see it. So you could say something like, you know, are you the one who planned to murder Finney and da 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 da? So now it's in the
We not
jury's
having them
head.
conversations. We
It's
know
in the
you ain't
jury's
had nothing
head.
to do.
You could ask
We
that
know
shit different, Whack.
physically,
Come
we
on,
know that
man.
you did not plot, plan, or execute. We're just saying your idealism that is tied to fuckery contributed to this man's actions, which eventually led to him being unalive.
You have your opinion, and everybody else had theirs. You think he's a
Damn,
goober?
I
You
kind
think
of put
he's
that
a
together a little
you
bit.
think he's a goober? I don't think he's a goober.
I know he's a goober.
So
You
that's
said he
fine.
was a
I
goober.
know he's not a goober. You don't know him. You didn't know him, but I'm not here to argue with you about that. I would be arguing with everybody about everything if that was the case. I'm not here to argue
214
with you about that. I
said
appreciate
neighborhood,
you.
neighborhood,
I
neighborhood.
appreciate you letting me on this platform saying what I needed to
Wait,
say. It
they were
did.
sending each other copyright strikes, and D.Ware was the driving force behind it. Did you?
No, but
Come
I
on, bro.
want to
You
say
know you
this.
participated in that. That's crazy.
Say that again.
Bro, you the one gave him the YouTube game. You know you helped him with
Are
that.
you saying this though? Or this is what you're saying and what
Big
you think?
homie said this.
No, okay. I understand. You're reading what they're saying, but
No,
I'm
I
asking
know
you.
that you helped him with the copyright
Are
strikes.
are you want to put some money on that?
I would definitely put some money. You know, I
You see
definitely
what I'm
could put
saying? Because people can say whatever they want, but they won't back it up what they're saying. You know what I mean? And I don't know
bro.
how you can prove it, but if you can prove it, let's put some money on it.
You had an attorney who worked for the nonprofit to push the hate and help with these copyright strikes. That's Jay.
Right. I'm not responding to the people in the chat. I'm gonna respond to you.
You the one told me to ask with the chat.
No, I understand, but that's just a no. That's again a no.
All right. I do believe you assisted him in getting that page strike because I would have did it for my homie.
Okay, but I didn't, and I didn't. He knew more about
Why you
copyright
keep
strikes
looking
than
up
me.
at the sky? You know that's what women do
I'm
when they
looking
get
at the
caught cheating.
TV.
When they
I'm
get
looking
caught, they
up
get
at the
to looking
TV.
up. Where was you at?
I have a
I was
replay on
at my
the
sister's
basketball
house.
games on
Where was you
replay.
at? I was at my uh.
Whack, whack. I'm gonna go ahead and I think we
All right,
done. I
you got
think
any
we done here.
condolences?
You got any more questions, Whack?
I mean, I'm cool. You got any condolences to the family? My condolences to the family. You know, I hope Manny's family is all right and they, you know, because They ain't had nothing to do with it. Hope the kids is all right. He ain't got no toddlers over there, does he? Did he have any little babies?
Does he have any little babies?
Yeah, what was the
It's the
young?
grandson. The grandson's almost 2, I think.
Oh, okay. So he's selling diapers. I could send him a year's supply of diapers. If he still wearing
Shit.
diapers, let me know. I'll send him down there. Credible diapers.
I will definitely find out,
Let
and
me know. Give me an address. I
I'm
have them
sure the
shipped.
family will appreciate
I
that.
have them shipped tomorrow. Incredible diapers, the most absorbent diaper on the market. You can find them on Amazon. Incredible diapers. Shop Incredible diapers on Amazon. Other than that, listen, man. I think that's all. The Gabar really don't fuck with you. He think you guilty. You had something to do with something.
Say that again. The who?
Gabar, Des knew. Answer the question. I don't know what question you want him to answer, Des knew. I don't know if you know some of these people by free palette. Oh, he talking crazy. I don't know. We all see it. Guilty. Aaron said he coming for you. Manny and Julie were crappy parents. I don't know about that. I don't know. All I know is this. He sent me the GoFundMe chat. I'm finna get it out to all my networks. I'm finna send it to Ray J. I know he twitching. I'm gonna send it to DDG. He twitching. I'm gonna put it on all my socials. It's going on through Clubhouse for the next 7 days. I got no jump in the mall. I'm gonna make sure I get with Adam and make sure we put that link uh, up on the No Jumper page. Send me a photo of them together, a respectable photo, so I can tie that to it, and we're gonna work it. That's a fact. My
All
word
right.
to that.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna work on that right now, and
13,000 we need to raise. I think we can get that in a couple days. Couple
I
days.
will definitely let the family know you. I'm sure once you start posting it, the
Yeah,
numbers will
just
go
just, just
up.
give me a respectable. I don't want to find a photo that ain't cool because I really don't know. You might have one or put one together. Send me what you think is respectable. I don't want to do none of that because they swear I'm doing something. You send me what you think is respectable to tie to that. Maybe a family photo. I don't know. You
It's
know what
just
I'm
gonna
saying?
be those two. It's gonna be those two. So,
Okay, great. Find out which if the grandchild's still in diapers, let me shoot the diapers down there. I'll send shit, I don't know, 50, 60, 80 cases, whatever it may be. I'm going to send them.
all right, appreciate that.
All right, look, we all appreciate the chat. Appreciate the super chat. Everybody give it up for D-Ware. He pulled up, answered a bunch of questions. He didn't run. He didn't duck it. His thoughts is his thoughts. I think he feels bad about the situation. I don't think he told Finney to go do that. I don't think he wanted Manny to do that. I don't think he anticipated Manny to do that. And I think he was just as in shock as everybody else that knew these two. Right? So everybody look forward to the GoFundMe and let's donate. Everything counts. $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever it is, whatever you can spare, everything counts. And
Yeah, I want to say something on that. Regardless of what the chat, what y'all think about me, whatever, you know me. People that know me know me. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Look out for the family if y'all can, though. Like I said, the shit that I seen Monday, it was sad, and they're gonna need help. So if you could be kind enough, and if you didn't like Finney, you didn't like Bubbly, you know the family is hurting. That's who's hurting right now. So if y'all could hit that once he shares that, if y'all could hit that go link,
Why
that
are you
GoFundMe.
a boo have cool now? What is that? I don't know. You know what that is? Boo have cool? I don't know. Maybe you know. I don't know. You know what that is?
Nope.
Oh shit. Hey, I can't tell you if I'm that or not, J Reezy 818, because
Why are y'all asking about Archives? Archives was a co-host on Finney's channel.
he was watching the
That's who Archives is. She's the one
archives is
who
the main menu. That's a female.
Archives is a female.
Oh, shout out. Well, she's probably going through something right now.
Yes, she's definitely going through something right now.
They keep at what she had to do with it. She wasn't there. Nobody else was there with him, right?
They gonna blame her too. If you kind of you might say something. She has something to do with this stuff.
Why? I mean, she just
It's a
probably was
whole
talking
nother.
shit.
It's a
But she was
whole
just
nother.
supporting. She was just supporting Finny talking a little shit.
She was doing more than that. It's a whole lot, but I don't want to put her out there like that.
What you mean, bro?
I just don't. I don't. I know she's probably.
Archive got Finny and Bubbly
She's
archive.
probably. She might be feeling that. She's going through it right now, so she
How
might
old
be
is
feeling.
archive?
Listen to what I'm saying. She might be feeling some type of way
How old
about.
is this lady?
Maybe she helped in that. She may
Is she
be.
an Israelite too as well? Or is she from the other side?
Nah, she's not
She's white?
Mexican.
So archive helped get these people archived, and she over there playing victim like somebody should be feeling sorry for her. What she do, bro? She must have did something drastic.
That's a question. I have no idea what she's feeling. I'm thinking that she's probably going through it. She was close to him.
Well, I'll check y'all out. We're going to continue this on the 100 side of Clubhouse late night. Tap in, thumbs up, subscribe. We got 700 people in here. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. To those up and coming YouTubers, bloggers, rappers, in the next 7 days, you will see Promo, Whack 100, and Poetic Flacco are teaming up to open up our doors, share our light of influence, to market and promote up and coming YouTube. Trap Lore, Joe Button, other managers, record labels, Cash Money, TDE, Empire, just to name a few. So if you want to invest in yourself, and we ain't gouging, all we charging is a stat. You're going to see what you get to that for that stat when the Queen R&B is done putting together the marketing promo flyer. Y'all pay attention, stay tuned. Within the next 5 to 7 days, we'll be showing you this. Me and Flock are investing our time, our platform. We're interviewing, we're promoting your links on his platform, we clubhouse interviewing. We're doing a bunch of things for you guys for a little bit of nothing, right? This is our way of giving back. So stay tuned. Shout out to D.Ware for pulling up. Regardless of what y'all say, he wasn't the gunman, and he didn't tell the man to go to Vegas, and he wasn't there and didn't run on the man. None of that. So he's in contact with the family. He sent his link. I'm waiting on the photo. Y'all stay on him. Get whack that photo. Fast he gets that, fast I'm gonna start promoting so we can get that last 13,000. To the
You're
rest of
gonna
y'all,
have that
be safe.
tonight.
Catch us on the 100 side of Clubhouse. Click, subscribe to the 100 Show. Follow my queen, R_ANNB. Follow _ the 100 Show, and follow this channel. We out.